Hello, hello. Hey,
Hi.
71. Love you too.
Yes, we do. How are you?
We're sorry we've been missing for a minute. Life has been kind of crazy lately for
Well,
both of us.
tell them what happened to you and what's
Well,
about to happen to you.
I had my MRI and my surgery is scheduled for September 1st. They have to go in there and arthroscopically clean out the ankle and fix one of the tendons. So,
Yeah, but you didn't tell them you fell down and your whole back was bruised and you couldn't walk.
yeah, well, it's okay. It still
She
is
fell
bruised.
down. Hi, Wondering
Hey,
Sub.
Wandering Sub. Hey,
Hi,
Texas.
Texas.
Beautiful tattoos.
Hi, my tattoos. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to be on long. We just wanted to check in so nobody thought we scooted away again for five
Yeah, we
months.
we didn't, and we still plan on doing our presentation. It's just been crazy lately.
Leanne fell down from
I
her
did.
ankle
I
and
fell and got
got
hurt.
hurt really bad. So anyway, she's having surgery in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I've been working my ass off as usual. Same old story. But I went, guys know how I had that damn sunburn? Mom, do you have the dog in here? I just opened the door. Why did you leave us? Why did animal run away?
71. Her dad comes in a couple weeks, like right after my surgery. Her dad comes.
Oh my God. Hold on, guys. This kid, you
Okay,
hear
no,
him
that's fine.
screaming at me in the background? This is my life. Oh, hold on. Oh.
There's
It's like
seeing if the dog
she's like,
escaped.
he didn't.
Hey, Blissful.
Um, she's like my mother instead of the reverse. You know what I mean? So hold on, I better shut the door so
Okay.
my mother doesn't come out and scream at me in the middle of our live. Anyway, that sunburn I had. Oh my God, guys. I ended up getting like an infection. Like my skin was all broke out and this horrible rash.
It was bad. She was really sick.
I can't even tell you. And then I started feeling better like 2 days ago. And then we went to the hi Blissful, I miss you. We went to the Dodger game today, and I made sure that I wore a T-shirt instead of a sun. Something. I covered my sensitive skin up from the sunburn.
Hi, Unseen. Thank you, Wandering Sub.
Hi,
Appreciate it.
unseen. So I had on shorts and a T-shirt, a Dodgers T-shirt, and a pair of black shorts. Well, don't you know? I don't know about you ladies or men, but the legs are the hardest thing to
Hey,
burn or
Dave.
tan.
Hi,
Hi,
Angie.
Dave. Hi, Angie. Your legs, like when I used to go to the tanning bed, I would have to spend extra time on my legs. Legs are hard to tan and burn. So I'm like, okay, I'm putting shorts on. I really don't need sunscreen for my legs. I have a base tan on my legs, and they don't burn or tan anyway. They tan, but it takes forever. So, don't you know, we go, it's blistering sun, no clouds in the sky, beating down on us for the entire game. And I get home, and the top of my legs are the same color as my chest was last week.
Yep, they look really lobstery, that's for
You think
sure.
you think my dumb ass would learn a lesson? And I even thought about it. I'm like, no, your legs never get tan or burnt. It's really hard to burn your legs. Not me. I don't know what the hell happened. So yeah, I have tan. You always tan better, and it'll last longer with sunscreen.
Yes, even
Really?
on your legs. So when next time you go, make sure your legs are covered in sunscreen.
So that's what we did today. Angie, my legs have never tanned below the knee. This year they are. Only thing different is that I'm taking magnesium.
Really?
Oh,
That's interesting.
but you guys know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like I used to get so tan. I like in the tanning bed. I used to go freaking every day. If
Me
I didn't go to
too.
the tanning bed, I felt like I was missing out on something.
I
And
loved that. I love to go relax in the tanning bed. I used to do it all the time too.
right, but my upper body would always be 2, 3 shades darker than my damn legs.
Oh,
And
no.
I mean, and then I would have to put on like self tanner on my legs and make myself look even. I don't know. I've had a hard time with my leg. So
My
tell
legs,
me how they burnt. Tell
yeah.
me how that happened. Blissful said, if
Bliss.
I could connect my freckles, I'd have an amazing tan. That's me. I have a ton of freckles. I'm a walking freckle. I don't know how I tan, though, because usually people with freckles have a hard time tanning.
Yeah.
But I can tan. It's
Well,
the Italian in me.
hopefully your burn will turn tan and it
Well,
won't be
my
as
upper
awful.
body, it is, but it looks kind of, it looks red tan, like an Indian
Yeah.
tan. What do they call that? I don't know. Like a red color,
Mm-hmm.
but it's tan. Can't explain it. But I had that infection. I had to take an antibiotic.
That was terrible.
Legs or legs? Legs. Did I say it wrong when doing some? Legs. 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 I don't know. I think I have an accent. People tell me I have an accent. Do I have an accent?
I don't think you do, but I'm used to listening to you talk all the time. So,
Well, that's true. I do talk a lot.
no, I
Anyway,
didn't mean it that way. I just talk to you every day and I don't notice it.
I do talk a lot. Blissful said, no tanning salon. I'd turn orange and being short. You don't turn orange into tanning salon unless all your freckles connect. Then you would be orange. Wondering sub's always messing with me. We have like 5 of your comments saved for our yearly comments of the year, too, Wondering sub. Just so you know. I'm keeping a file for next year.
They're good ones. Hey,
Yeah.
Irvin.
Hey, Irvin. So we wanted to come on and say hi. And then I was supposed to do the auction yesterday. Oh, guys, I'm selling my scrunchies. You
They're
should see my
gorgeous.
scrunchies.
They're gorgeous.
I got to show you guys. So anyway, so you know how I do the auction, everybody. I think it's no secret, right? Everybody knows I go
Yeah.
over and do that. So the one day I was on a whim and I was like, I wonder if some of my scrunchies would sell. Guys, I had put up, well, how many? Like 6
Yeah.
scrunchies that
Yeah.
I handmade. Those, they were freaking bidding like crazy on them. I sold like 30 scrunchies. I had people emailing me to take orders,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. So
Oh,
I got to show you my scrunchies. So what I was thinking was, um, whatever I don't sell over there, I'll show you guys. I don't know if you guys are into scrunchies like me, but I am a scrunchie queen. And I was going to, I should start an Etsy. Huh?
yeah.
Should I
That'd be a
start an
good idea.
Etsy? All right, I'm going to show you guys my scrunchies. You
Hey,
can tell me if you,
Paige. Good to see you, hon.
you're going to, yes, you're going to have to come up and give a speech, Wondering Sub, your acceptance speech.
That's right.
And then I'll have to mail you a crown. Paige! Hi, babe. So I'm going to show you these scrunchies, and I need you guys to be honest. It won't hurt my feelings. You have to tell me if they are Etsy worthy.
Make yourself big so they can see them good.
Wait, I got to set them up on the dew flicker. Hold on. Talk about something while I do that. I'm going to put them on display like I do at the auction.
They're
So
really cute.
we'll pretend like we're at the store.
And
And
she
you,
puts a little bauble on each one. They're just cute.
yes, that's my trademark. I have a trademark. It's not just being a ding-a-ling.
I've missed everybody. I know
I
you
have
have too.
too. Yes. I'm like, they probably think we disappeared again, but
No,
we didn't. We're here. We're here. You guys are stuck with us for the rest of your natural born lives, whether you like it or not.
that's
We're
right.
here. We're here for the win. All right, I'm setting these up. I'm trying to pick which ones I love the best.
I
I
think
guess I could
they're
just,
all
huh?
gorgeous.
You like that green one the best. Should I show them that green one?
Oh, yeah. That one's really pretty.
Okay, I'm going to show them the pink one too. And then I wore one to the Dodger game today. I had it on my wrist, and someone actually stopped me over it and said, "Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God, where did you get that scrunchie?" And I'm
Too
like,
bad you don't have like little Etsy business cards that you could be like, oh, here's my Etsy store.
I know. Don't get me started. That'll be another venture that I'll do that I don't have time for. Okay.
Do it.
How am I going to do this? Like, is there a way to turn my camera around when I turn it on?
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
All right, maybe I'll just turn it on and then turn my laptop
There
towards
you
the.
go. We missed you too, Wandering Sub. You've been watching 911 calls.
Me too. I love them. Wondering Sub, you got to watch the. Have you started watching the traffic stops yet? The traffic stops are epic. They're better than the 911 calls. Trust me, you won't get off the internet.
Paige got a bunch of Christmas shopping done on Temu.
Yeah, you can't beat Temu for Christmas shopping.
That's true.
I'm still working on school shopping. Okay, so all right, so let's try this. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll try it.
Hey, that guy. Good to see ya.
Hi, that guy. Went to the Dodger game today. Got a sunburn again. Okay.
This time.
I still have my Dodger shirt on. Okay, so don't mind my messy house.
It's not messy.
So,
You were just getting ready for the auction. You had everything set up.
I know, and it got canceled, and I cried. Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are my scrunchie. Wait. Let me make myself big.
Yep. Oh, Wandering Sub, your baby girl's back at college.
Oh, that's sad. That makes me sad. I don't know how to freaking do this.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. All right, now I need honest opinions. Are these Etsy store worthy? So the nice thing about my scrunchies are two things. Where's the camera? I use a ton of fabric so that they're nice and voluptuous like this. And then they have, my trademark is I put a like a rhinestone bauble or something on them to make them special. Like, for the love of Pete. Like this one has a flower. Isn't that pretty?
You got some good comments going on. I do think you should
Look at
try
this one.
These.
And then
Those
the little bauble.
Hi, Jane Perry.
I'm having a really hard time finding the camera because I'm holding a laptop, but that, and now look at this one, guys. Look at the butterfly.
I love that.
Wait, where's the camera?
There it is.
And this is butterfly fabric. So
that guy says put a skull on one. Oh yeah, make a Halloween one.
Yeah, I already thought of that. You're thinking ahead of me. Oh God, they're all falling off the damn board.
Says the leopard is her favorite.
Isn't it beautiful? Wait, I got a different leopard you're going to just die for.
Jane Perry, she got over the sunburn on her top half, but she got her legs burnt today at the Dodgers game.
Look at the black one.
I love that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and look at this one.
That looks so elegant.
And then this one with the little.
I love them all. They're cute.
So I use all silk and pretty fabrics.
Hey, Jess. No, Christiane actually made these, and she's just getting opinions on if she should try to sell some on Etsy.
Hi, beautiful. How are you? Look, this one has music notes.
Paige says, don't forget to do Christmas ones.
I am. I already started. Here's one. Here's a Christmas one.
Oh, that is one. That's a sparkly one, too.
This is a leopard.
That's cute.
And then this green one. How cute is this green one?
It is cute. That'd be cute for St. Patrick's Day, wouldn't it?
So let me show you a normal scrunchie compared to my scrunchies. So I'm going to set this down for a minute while I go get a normal scrunchie.
Okay.
Because I like to show the quality of my work compared to some store-bought bullshit. So this
Texas says, I definitely think so. They look great and the colors are perfect.
Thank you. So this is a store-bought scrunchie. You see how like a little pee-pee?
Yeah.
It's like a pee-pee. And it's not little. But then you get, let me get this one.
Compared to yours, though.
Look at that. There's no comparison.
Mm-mm. Paige said they're very cute, and yes, they are Etsy worthy.
Okay, let me get that other leopard one. I want tattoos to see it. Hold on. I sold it, and I gotta get it out of the box. So, hold on. I'm coming.
I know. Yeah, Jane, the top of her legs are pretty red.
Here it is. Look how cute this leopard one is. I sold this one.
Yeah, that one
Look
is
at
cute.
that one. And it has the bobble.
Wandering Seb says you should do a school one with a pencil or something.
Yeah, I thought of doing some school ones. So yeah, everybody bought them at the auction. Now these are all new batch. So the auction got canceled, but I was gonna sell these. And I'm selling them that you guys tell me, oh, look at this one.
Jess said they're honestly so well done. I thought you scrunchy hauled Timu. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl says,
Oh,
man,
really, Granny? You thought I bought them? Oh, that makes me happy. Look how
Cheryl
pretty this
says,
one is.
man, I need to start growing my hair out again so I can wear one.
Yeah, you don't have to have long hair to wear a scrunchie, girl. You can pull that up in a little bun on the top of your head. But so they're $6. And I think that's cheap because of the how much fabric I use and the little embellishments.
And your time
Uh,
to make them, yeah.
oh wait, no, they're $7. They were $7 or 2 for 12. That's what it was.
Tattoo said, I need all the leopard.
Do you like the blue one? Isn't that cute?
Tattoo's also said, I need some with tacos.
That's a cute idea. So there's the leopard ones. And then I have this leopard one. I don't have a bauble on this one. But those are my leopard. Oh, I do have a bauble on that one. I lied. Look, there it
Oh, yeah,
is.
you do.
So there's 3 leopards.
Paige said,
Cute.
I love them, but I have very short hair. You should do the head wraps.
I started the head wraps. Where did I put them? Hold on, I have head wraps. I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah, she does a nice job on those. I'm so not talented. I can't sew to save my soul, so I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
So here's a head wrap.
Cute.
What do you think?
That's
That's
cute.
a head wrap. So I'm doing those, and then baby headbands. So I started these. I'm not done with them yet, so don't judge them completely yet. So this is one. It's a head. You know how when baby they do those cute pictures and they have the big ass thing on their head. That's what these are. See, so it's not going to have that tie. That's just I have to cut it and sew it yet.
Blissful
There's
said,
that.
you show the butterfly one again.
Yeah, hold on. And then there's this baby
That's
headband.
cute.
So I was thinking about doing a Etsy shop. Okay, so yeah. So here's the butterfly.
Jess said, I want Halloween themed.
Yeah, I just bought a bunch of Halloween fabric. I'm gonna make them. That's the butterfly. You better fly, you butterfly.
That's right.
I love this one.
That's one of my favorites.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
That's my favorite. And then they look so cute on your wrist because you know me, I like to put them on my wrist. So when you're walking around, there people are like, "Oh my God, look at your wrist embellishment. Where did
Wandering
you get
Sub
it?
says, don't forget us when you're rich.
You think I'll get rich?"
Blissful says, beautiful.
These have
I
musical notes.
I am serious, and I think, everybody in here is basically in agreement that you need to start an Etsy store.
Okay, I'm gonna start an Etsy store. I've decided.
Tattoo said Jess really wants doxing themed scrunchies.
Docs? Did you get doxed again? Did something
And
happen? Did I
Jess
miss?
said, make one with a hidden pocket. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yes. That's a great idea. You can put your money in there
That'd be pretty cool.
or your contraband, whichever.
Paige, I agree. The green one looks like fairyland. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I like the green one too.
Oh,
You
Jess said, another day, another potato.
are you kidding me? Still? Jesus Christ. You think they would get bored with you? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd get bored. I'd be like, okay, we ripped this person apart enough now. I'm bored. Move
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Right. It's like, move on.
That's crazy. I hadn't. I tried to call. When did I tried to call you a couple weeks ago, Jess? But you were. I think you were at the shore. I don't remember. But I haven't, just to check in and say hi. But I haven't been watching anything on the streets to see what was going on. But I'm not surprised that you're still the topic of conversations.
Well, I'll have plenty of time to get caught up on what's going on when I'm down for my surgery. I'll be listening to all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff.
I'm going to give you homework assignments.
Okay, because that'll give me something to do while I'm being a lazy butt and laying around.
Wait a minute. What did Wondering say? Yeah, we can get some maps of people's from the Tube's homes with their profile pic on a button.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Like star maps.
Yes, exactly.
What could we call it instead of star maps? Dox maps? Doxer maps?
71 says YouTube is turning into more hell. I might not come on as much anymore, but we'll keep an eye out for you guys.
Aw, 71. See, that makes me sad.
I know
See,
it.
and that's what these people do. They start all this drama for clicks and views, and that's all it's for popularity, right? And then what they end up doing is shooting themselves in the foot for two reasons. One, they hate bond, and then they all turn against each other because they all hate each other to begin with. So
High
that'll
fidelity.
eventually, in high fidelity, so that'll eventually implode. It's not going to last. Anything born in hate is going to implode.
Right.
And that's why it always does. And we see it happen over and over and over again. So, and number two, they end up chasing good people away.
Yeah.
So they're just freaking shooting their own selves in the feet.
No, Jess, I did not see any of the BJ drama.
That guy, look what that guy said. Hold on. Me too, that guy. Me too, buddy.
Jane's asking you a question.
Oh, sorry, Jane. What all will you be selling? Oh, so I do the auctions over at Mommy Rambling's channel, and I just sell jewelry and the scrunchies I make.
You've
I
had
don't know what else.
Halloween decorations.
Oh yeah, I sold a
Fall
bunch of
stuff
Halloween
and
stuff.
lots of
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yep, I sold a ton of that. So I don't
Pillows,
know. I just
throw
love it.
pillows.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. I sell a lot of stuff, but I love it. It's so relaxing to me. It's fantastic, except repetitive. Same. Yes, it's always the same.
Yeah,
Same shit, different names.
this
And then
is true.
it cycles back. But no, I didn't see the BJ drama. Jesus. She was in drama right when I got my sunburn, and now there's more? What was it about her kitchen again? Or is it something worse? You do not have zero talent, Jess. I see your damn when you would paint, you did nice shit
Yeah,
when you were
exactly.
painting. And there was other things you made. I can't remember. There was something you made that was so cute. What was it? You made it out at your cabin because you would stream from the cabin and do arts and crafts. I think it was a sign. I think it was a door sign or something. Well, I don't know, Wondering Sub. You tell me. What should I name it?
Yeah, do you guys have any good suggestions for her
Instead
Etsy
of
store?
scrunchies, we could call them crunchies.
Paige says, what I do on YouTube is reaction videos. Love those. Most of the other videos she watches are about space and the James Webb Telescope.
Yeah, I'm on those damn freaking traffic stop video rabbit hole.
Like interrogation videos.
There's a new interrogation that just got released. There was the case where they buried that couple. Trigger warning, guys. It was the case where they buried these three. They were 18, three kids. Broke into. Well, they didn't really break in. There was an older couple in their community that used to help like disadvantaged kids all the time. They would have gave them the shirt off their backs. And so 3 of the kids that they helped all the time made this big plot to steal they had sold their summer home, and they knew it. These kids knew it, and they knew that these people had money in the bank from the sale. So they made this big plan to burglarize them, tie them up, and torture them till they gave them the PIN number to their cards. So they go over and they take these people. They were a husband and wife. They were in their 60s. They were in love. Like the pictures that you saw of them, that you would have thought they were like in their 20s. They were always hugging and, kissing, not French kissing. Like that would be, I don't want to see 60-year-olds French kissing. I
Hey,
mean,
Heather.
to each their own, I guess. But anyway, listen to what they did to these poor people. So the plan goes awry, and they take the people, put them in the trunk of the car, and drive them to some remote location and frickin' buried them alive.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, they buried them alive. And when they found them, when the cops finally found them, they were holding hands and hugging.
Oh, that's awful.
And they were definitely alive because there was dirt and stuff in their lungs, in their airways.
Oh, that's sad.
So they put the interrogation videos up for that case. It's called Michael Jackson. So one of the killers' names was Michael Jackson.
Oh, how weird.
And if you want to watch that case or watch the trial, I can't remember the name of the couple, which is horrible. Isn't that horrible? In true crime, you remember the killer, and oftentimes the person that was murdered, you don't know. You don't remember their name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they say the killer's name more often. I think it should be the reverse. But anyway, so that case, one of the killers was Michael Jackson. If you guys want to watch it, just Google or YouTube Michael Jackson interrogation. And then they have his interrogation up, and the other two people's. One was a girl and one was a guy.
Wow.
They're all 18.
Wow. Back to your scrunchies. That guy said you could do with a K, crunchies with a K.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I said. We can call them crunchies with a K.
And Jess said Christiane's crunchies, KK's hair stays.
Do you know what they'll do with that, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like KKK or something. Who knows?
Oh, God, yeah. Probably.
That's cute, though. We'll do that. Gray said, "Yep, because the killer aspect is fascinating. Unfortunately, yeah, exactly. There's more interest in the psychology of the killer. That's why people like watching the interrogations, because we like to try to figure out what people are thinking and what made them do things, and so at least though when they do the documentaries or something, they should use the victims more, their names more often."
Mm-hmm.
Heather, hi, babe.
She said she's been hiding because the streets are wild.
See, now what the fungal did I miss? You're the second person that said it. Or the third. Damn. I miss all the action. Not that I miss it, though. I'll end up just getting pissed off.
Yes, you will. And then you'll be going down rabbit holes and getting mad.
Yes, Jess. The female was involved. She was the ringleader. She was the one that got the guys to action everything, but she was the mastermind behind the plot. Wow. And the couple she was fostered. I don't think they fostered her, but they did a lot for her. Like, she would spend the night at their house and like her whole childhood.
Mm-hmm.
But she grew up in the foster system, but they were there for her, and they bought her things. I think they even bought her a car. And that's how they knew that this couple sold I think it was their summer house or something. And they had $90,000 in the bank from the sale. And
wow.
She went and told these other two guys. One was 18, and I think the other one was like 21. And the one that was in the 20s was her boyfriend. But yeah, it's that case. And I had never heard of that case until recently, because they just put the interrogations up. This channel that I found is called 8MC, 8MC. And they have a lot of interrogations and coverage on that channel that I have not seen on all the major channels. Like, I don't even think 10 to Life covered that.
Hi, Sassy Darcy. Hey,
So
Robin.
if you guys want to find a new true crime, no, they don't do. He doesn't do lives. He just, everything's pre-recorded. So if you guys want to fall down a rabbit hole with a new true crime channel, go to that one because there is a lot of interrogations on there that I haven't seen anywhere else. So what gets me, we all knew there were many murders happening. However, for some, it's still so shocking that there's so many sickening. I know.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, there's a lot of fucked up people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to come up and say hi? Here, I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up and chat with us. Hi, Robin. What's up, lady? I feel like we haven't seen anybody.
I know. I feel like we've been gone forever.
Me too, Jess. I fall asleep to interrogations. Like, that's what I have to have on to go to sleep. And so I feel like I've watched every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I never have anything to watch with interrogations anymore because I've watched so many. But this guy, I'm telling you, this 8MC, he has stuff that people don't have. There's a couple other ones on there too. I haven't watched yet.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, 8MC. Here, I'll put it in the chat. It looks like this. 8MC.
Ooh, Robin's been watching about Scientology's role in the Charles Manson murders.
Oh, that played a role in it? See,
wow.
I didn't know that. No, I don't think it's healthy either. But you just sub now? Oh, to 8MC.
So funny.
I'm such an airhead. I thought you meant to me. I'm like, what? No, you'll like him. He does a good job. Sassy, you like interrogations? I don't know. I love to fall asleep to them because I think it's because I used to have to watch a movie to fall asleep, and I had special movies. Like I would call them my fall asleep movies, and they have to be like something that doesn't have a lot of light in it, like a dark movie where the videography is dark. Like one of my favorite movies to fall asleep to was the werewolf movie, the vampires and the werewolf. What the hell was the name of that damn movie?
Twilight?
Not Twilight. The girl's gorgeous, the actress, dark hair, and the vampires and the werewolves they messed around. Like one of the vampires started messing with the werewolf. Oh my god, I can see it in my head. She's in a black unitard and she's like leaning over a rock with her vampire teeth. Jesus. Van Helsing. Is it Van Helsing?
Oh, that could be, yeah.
If it's not, it's something along those lines. But I have like a whole plethora of fall asleep movies. But then my husband hates it because he likes to sleep in the complete darkness. And I can't. If it's completely dark and quiet in the room, my mind races. Like I cannot fall asleep to nothing.
Oh, I have to have it dark and silent.
See, I don't know how you think too much. Underworld. That's what it was. Thank you, that guy. It was Underworld. So I don't know how you do that because if it's quiet like that, I just start thinking and my brain doesn't shut off. And then I'll give myself anxiety and then I end up getting up and freaking going out in the kitchen and making coffee because then I made myself worry about 9,000 things. So I have to have something playing. So I put headphones on to go to bed and I listen to interrogations. And I think the interrogations, because it's almost like white noise. It all has the same kind of soft spoken, unless the detective starts screaming. Mm-hmm. But typically, it's like that monotone, even tone throughout the whole video, and it's just people talking. It makes me sleep. It's weird. I'm a weirdo.
No, you're not.
Philly D. I don't do me neither, girl. I start seeing ghosts. Not really, but I think I do. You know what I mean? Every little noise, I'll think someone's breaking in. I'll hear a noise. The house will settle. I'm like, oh my God, someone's breaking in. Yeah, it cannot be quiet. I will literally give myself an anxiety attack.
Well, remember, it's never quiet here with my neighbors upstairs, so.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You're like living in a movie.
Yeah.
An
Exactly
action movie going on.
what it feels like every night. It's why I can't go to bed. That and because of the pain in my ankle.
Yeah. Yes, me too, Sassy. See, we're all girls of the same heart except you.
Yep.
You need darkness.
Yes, I do.
Ever since I was little, I couldn't do it.
When I was little, I did, and I always had to have a night light on. But the older I got, the more I'm like, no light. I want sleep.
Oh, Paige is here. Hold on. Okay, Paige, I gotcha. Hi.
Hello.
How are you, babe?
Ew.
Good. I thought I would
Good.
talk and I forgot. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
That's my life. That's me in a nutshell. And then I
Yeah,
go off on tangents.
that's what happens when you get to be about 60 years old, my age. You're like,
You need
what was I going to
echinacea.
do?
You need echinacea.
Do I?
Yeah. My dad, my dad calls me every day, 80 times a day, because he's having all those health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he calls me, the first line, I forget what I was calling you about. And then it'll be dead silent for 3 minutes because if I talk, he'll go, shh, shh, shh. I'm trying to remember. Every single conversation starts like that with dead air and him saying, I can't remember what I called you for. And I'm like, well, was
Meredith,
it to tell me?
welcome.
Huh?
Meredith. Hi,
Oh,
Meredith.
hi, Meredith. Um, and I'm like, well, Dad, you call me about three things: your health, the weather, and politics. So it's got to be one of those three things.
Yeah,
That's all he talks about:
That's
it's
so
the same
funny.
thing. That's the way it was with my parents.
health, the weather, and politics.
Yep.
He's like, did you see Trump bullshit today? I'm like, no, Dad, I don't watch the news 24/7 like you. Unfortunately, I'm at work. I don't know what Trump did today to drive you crazy.
Wandering Seb said, what's the max time of the video that you'll let play when you fall asleep? She won't play anything over an hour and a half.
Oh, so I'll play it till I fall asleep and my phone will die, or my headphones will die, one or the other.
Yeah.
I'll wake
Wandering
up.
Seb says she can't have any light at all. So she's like me.
Oh my gosh, Bella's that way. If there's one speck of light, she's tripping. Like like I told you earlier today, Leanne, her bedroom is right off of my back porch, and that's where I go and smoke at night. And if I turn the damn light on, the porch light, Mom, can you shut the light off? And I'm like, oh my God. So I bought her like the blackout curtains that have that backing on them.
Yep,
So
I have too.
you tell me how that little sliver of light bothers her, but it does.
It does me too. I had to pin mine shut because the little sliver of light was bugging me.
That's exactly what bothers her, the little sliver of light.
Yep.
That's
71
what.
said I have to
When
have
you go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say 71 said I have to have my computer on all night because I have nightmares all night long.
Aw.
I know that feeling really well. Yeah, my husband, when he was working second shift and he'd have to, or third shift, he had to sleep during the day. He had such a hell of a time sleeping. Blackout,
Yeah.
everything. It didn't really matter because
Yeah.
even though you're tired, you still hear the goings on during the day, loud
Yeah.
cars,
Yep.
not motorcycles, lawnmowers and everything.
And you
Yep.
feel like you're
Whenever,
missing something. Yep.
I don't think it's so much you feel like you're missing something. I think like because he loves to do stuff outside, so
That's what
he
it is.
would always.
He feels like he has something to do. It's making him feel like it probably makes him think, oh, I should have cut the lawn yesterday. You know what I mean? And then he has
Yeah,
to get up.
exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, we obsessively have to have. My son has a fan in his room. We have a fan. Oops, we have a fan in our room. Okay, I just busted my paper towel holder.
Oh no.
What was it?
My paper towel holder. You know how you pull it out? You pull it out just a little bit, in the hopes that you can get it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it a little too hard.
I'm
Uh oh.
sorry.
Look on team.
Yeah, get a new one on Temu.
I can usually get one of these for like $2 at any store
There you go.
Yeah.
because they
That
don't cost that much.
the sky isn't moving again.
You need to go make a purchase. Fiddly D, you sleep better during the day? I'm a napper. I sleep
Yeah.
good in the day with a nap. I don't know why. I have to come home and take a nap all the time. So I love a nap.
It depends on nighttime because if I wake up with nightmares, I can't fall back asleep. So I end up getting up and doing dishes and cleaning and doing stuff so I can
Yeah,
occupy my mind. And then by the time morning comes and my husband goes off to work, I'm dog dead tired and I fall asleep.
Yeah.
yeah. Fiddly D, oh, wondering sub, my son just got off a night shift. Yeah, night shift sucks. When
Mm-hmm.
I was in college, I had to work night shift. And
Yeah.
during the summer, like not while I was in school, but during the summers, I had to work. My dad made me work where he worked. And I always had to do night shift, which was the worst schedule for a college kid. You had no life.
Right.
4 p.m. till 2 a.m. And
Yeah.
I'm like, miss everything. Can't go to the parties. Can't go see your friend. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
miss every part of the day. And then I would sleep till 2. I felt like all I was doing was working because you sleep and then you go to work. It was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
And then you
It
get to
is.
the point where you can't, when you're on night shift and you come home, just like you would if you were on day shift, you do things. You don't go right to bed
Right.
like you would on a normal day. You know, you
Hmm.
do, and that's what I would do. I was at the point where I'd get home at 2, do things, and not go to bed till like 7 a.m. I
The
hated it.
worst part, the worst part is that when my husband was working, he works for Chrysler, and they would sometimes do like one part of the week would be nights, the next part of the week would be days,
Oh, they
and
would
then the
split
next, yes, the
around.
split shift.
Oh,
Oh God, that
Oh,
was
wow.
terrible. He was like a walking zombie for
yeah,
years.
that should be a violation of an OSHA rule that you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. And then on the very next week, because he worked that one last day, he had one day that he could be off, but then the very next day he'd have to go on nights. And he was, the next day he was like a zombie
Oh,
completely.
Yeah, that sucks. Is that a true story? That guy always
What's
has fun facts. The Romans traditionally slept in the evening. I'm being attacked by a freaking moth. Hold on.
oh,
Oh, I think I just
wait,
went in my damn hair. All right.
geez.
Okay. The Romans traditionally slept early in the evening, then would wake up around 10, party till 2, then sleep again until dawn.
Hmm.
interesting.
Well, when did they go to war? I don't believe him. I think that guy's making that up.
Oh,
Yes.
is it starting to rain? Yep,
What else
starting to rain.
happened? Oh, wondering sub, you were a napper too? Girl, I have to have a nap, even if it's 15 minutes. I don't care. I power nap's a thing because I'll be dead tired and take a 15-minute power nap and feel brand new. It's weird. And it's not supposed to work like that because if they say if you don't sleep enough to hit a REM cycle, a full cycle,
Yep,
then you're
yep.
going to be more tired and it actually kills your brain cells.
Hmm.
Not me. I can sleep 15 minutes and wake up renewed. But then everything
I
with
think
me is on.
I remember that I could do that when I was younger, but not once I got older. It seems like it almost made you more tired when you would do that.
Oh, really? See, yeah, like
Yeah.
most people, it does. But for some, oh, hold on, guys. Hey, I can't talk. Are you just leaving?
I like to take naps too.
Oh my God. I'm on our live. I'm on my channel. So I'll call you when I'm done. Bye. Sorry, it's my boss. He tried to call
Oh
me into
wow.
work today. Yeah, he tried to call me and I'm like, oh hell no. Not happening. So he ended up we start work around 6 a.m. He's still there. It's 9:30 West
Wow.
Coast. So he's going on a 14-hour day already.
Dang.
See, you
That's
see,
crazy.
wondering subs husband does the power nap. They work, I'm telling you. See, Fiddly
Yeah.
D.
My husband does that when he comes home from work from a long day. He'll lay down for like an hour,
Yeah. I don't
and he
always
does
get
it.
to do it, but when I can, I do. And
Yeah.
listen to this though. I don't know what the hell happened to me today. I was scared. So we go to the Dodger game. I had a full night's sleep last night. I went to bed around 3 a.m. and I got up at 9 a.m. So what is that? 6 hours. That's enough
Hmm.
sleep for me. If I get 5 to 8 hours, I'm golden. So
Hmm.
I wake up not feeling tired. We go to the game. I had 2 drinks of Crown Royal and Sprite, and I had a big fat hot dog with bacon, and I had nacho and cheese. And then it was blaring sun today. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And where our seats were, there was no escaping the sun. You were just dead in the sun.
Right.
So I kept drinking. I drank 3 full bottles of water, like within, and I hate water, so that's abnormal for me. That was within a 40-minute time frame. That's a lot of water in a short time frame, right? But I obviously was dehydrated. So about 20 minutes after I had my last bottle, it's like the 8th inning, at the bottom of the 7th inning, I start freaking falling asleep sitting in the stands, like to the point where I couldn't fight it. I couldn't fight it. I had told my husband, we got to go. There's something wrong with me. And it would not go away. Soon as I hit the car, I was out cold. What the
Wow.
hell? That never happens to me. What was that? Was I having a heart attack?
No.
No,
I
I
never
was
had
gonna
that happen.
I was gonna say maybe you're dehydrated, but because you drank the water, you probably weren't. But when you drink alcohol and are in the sun, that dehydrates you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I had the you can't, you're not allowed to tailgate in LA, but you kind of, you go to a park, like there's a park near the stadium, and everybody
mhm,
hangs out at this park, and you, before the game, eat or whatever, drink and hang out.
mhm.
And so it was hours prior to when this to 7th inning. It was
Yeah.
like probably around 11:30 to
Hmm.
about, and when I started drinking those drinks. And then at the bottom of the 7th, it was going on 2:30. So it
Yeah.
couldn't have been that, right?
I have no.
Well, the sun can really, really wear you out. I mean,
Yeah,
it takes a toll on you. I mean, even the most people, even athletes, that are the fittest people around, and the
yeah.
sun can really take a toll on you.
Yeah, but guys, remember when I got my sunburn, we were at the beach for 7 hours,
I
and
don't
I
know
was
how the hell you did that.
I
Right.
was walking up and down the damn shore looking for seashells for 4 hours. Not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. Because it was low
Hmm.
tide, and I love low tide. And I was sitting on rocks. I was just watching the ocean for a good 4 hours. And then the other 3 hours, I was walking on the strip, going in and out of all the shops. And I did not feel like that. And then
Hmm.
today, I had no physical exertion. The only difference was from then to this time is I drank. But I wasn't drunk. I
Hmm.
only had 2 drinks. I don't know. It scared the shit out of me. And you know why? Because I was watching an interrogation the other night, and it was this guy, and I don't remember the name of him. And it was a short video. They didn't even
Hmm.
show the interrogation. I think the title of the video was "Man Dies Hours After His Interrogation." So he's in the interrogation room, and he's like, "I'm dizzy. I'm not feeling right. I'm really tired. I don't want to die." And he kept saying that, but he went in perfectly healthy. And so he threw up, and they took him to the hospital, and later he died. And that scared the shit out of me because that's what I was thinking while I was sitting in the stadium. I'm like, I hope that's not whatever happened to him isn't happening to me. Because how do you just sit there and fall asleep?
Well,
Like,
Obviously,
I
there was
couldn't even
something
fit
going
it.
on with them beforehand.
right. I'm wondering, Sub said maybe you had a little heat exhaustion, and that guy says it sounds like a heat stroke.
But wouldn't I have been like all sweaty or something? Wouldn't I
Not
have seen
always.
symptoms?
I mean, you can have a high temperature and feel real hot without feeling really hot.
Hi,
You know,
beautiful.
Hi,
Yeah,
baby.
maybe you guys are right. It's probably what it was.
How
What's
are you
up,
guys?
girl? How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm still sick, man.
Oh
Are
no.
you?
Bye, guy.
Huh?
That guy's
Bye,
leaving.
babe. Bye, that guy. Hugs. Yeah,
Bye.
you've been sick for a minute. You messaged me last week. So you've been
I
still
know.
sick?
Yeah, 2 weeks now. Well, I didn't go to the doctor for like a week because I thought I was just, had a cold or something, but I finished my antibiotics, but I can't get rid of this cough, man.
I
Oh,
got it
that
too.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's not
I
the
got
C
it.
word.
I'm sorry, what?
No.
Not the C word. It's just like a normal.
I don't know, man. I took 3 tests. They were all negative, but they were also expired. So,
Oh,
Oh,
What
I,
the hell do you think is going to happen with an expired test?
I mean, it was just like a month expired.
Oh, yeah, then it was probably okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there is other shit than COVID, you know. Everybody that like it's crazy now. Anytime anybody gets sick, oh my god, do you have COVID?
yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
we still have the flu, we still have the rhinovirus, we still have
the
SARS,
common,
you
the
know,
common cold.
the common cold. Isn't that the
Yes.
rhinovirus?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
we all
mean,
forget about that.
I've had like a cough and a little bit tired feeling for like and I was checked out and there was nothing. She couldn't really, because I had been on penicillin for ear infection probably a month before. And
Oh,
she
so you
said,
Mm,
she
masked
goes,
it.
yeah. So like she
Yeah.
said, she goes, it must have just moved like you thought it was going to do. And she said, just let's see how long it lasts. So
Yeah.
if it keeps going, they'll probably put me on something else. But I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed by the cost.
mhm.
Yeah, I've had illnesses like that where the cough lasts freaking 3 months. I had
Yeah.
Yeah,
bronchitis once and I coughed for months.
yeah,
It was always at night when I was trying to sleep.
yep.
Yeah.
It's the worst when you lay down. I don't know why. Maybe the
Mm.
way your airways are moving through your body when you're laying. I don't know, but that's when I always had to cough. It was so freaking annoying. I
Well,
Yeah.
hated it.
it don't help that I smoke, which I shouldn't, but I
Well, I
do.
smoke. I smoke. Fellas
And
smoke.
Yeah.
Oh my God, guys, listen to this. Speaking of smoking, you know how you're banned menthol cigarettes in California?
right,
No.
I told you guys about that. Yeah, they banned
yeah.
menthol cigarettes. They snuck it into a bill that was about children being able to vape. So of course everybody's going to say no to that, right? When you vote. So, but
Mhm.
also in there in the fine print was no flavored tobacco. So I
Hmm.
even voted for this bill, not knowing that was in there because I didn't read the whole damn thing.
Oh
So
man.
anyway, it's banned, and I have there's a guy that owns. You know how we have smoke shops on every corner in LA. There's a
Yeah.
smoke shop. There's more smoke shops than there are 7-Elevens. So
Exactly.
there's a smoke shop up the street from me that I always go to, and he bootlegs the men, and
Damn.
um, yeah, I don't know where he gets them because they still have the California sticker on them too. Like I could
That's
see if he was going to Nevada and bringing them in from another state. You know what I mean? But no, these have the California tax tag on the bottom of them. I don't know where he's getting them, but anyways, this law passed a year ago, so
Mm.
it's getting slim pickings. Having a harder and harder time getting them. So the other day he ran out, and oh my god, I went into a tizzy. I called Leah because if I smoke non-menthol, I get nauseated. I don't know what
Really?
it is. There's something in non-menthol cigarettes, and every single non-menthol cigarette I've ever tasted has given me the same nauseous feeling. So
mm,
I know. So I can't smoke them at all. So
Well,
I was like, oh my god. So I had to buy non-menthol. So I went up there today on a whim. Oh no, I went up there today because I needed to buy a pack for work because I go back to work tomorrow. And I was going to go to 7-Eleven, but I stopped there because the 99-cent store was right next door and I had to go there. So I go in, thank God, and he's like, guess what? We got 1 carton of Newport menthol today. 1. And I'm like, are you, thank Jesus, because I've been smoking non-menthol for 2 days. That's probably another reason why I was falling asleep in the stands. They
Maybe.
make me sick. But listen to what I had to pay for them. This is gross.
No.
I'm ashamed of myself. I shouldn't even tell you guys.
No, go ahead. I'm curious.
They were $22.
A pack?
A pet.
Yep.
Best girl, $22 fucking.
Girl.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm embarrassed to even tell you that, and I paid it. I did. I'm so mad at myself. Like, that's gross.
I will. For that money, I'll smuggle 2 cartons up my ass to California.
I know, but that's what he's charging because and Leanne's like, because Leanne was on the phone with me when I bought them.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. I'm like, well, it's because, first of all, they're illegal. And he knows that nobody can get them anywhere else. So he could charge $50 right now and people would probably pay that, you know?
Yeah.
I bet he probably has a whole fucking case and he's telling every single person that comes in there that smokes menthol.
Probably. But
I've got
he
1
didn't.
carton.
Well, I don't know though, because I had to buy non-menthol there 2 days ago. So, you know what I mean? And they were only $8. So I think he did run out.
They can get busted big time for that, lose their license and everything.
Big time. But here's the thing. Is the city really going to come out with the amount of smoke shops that we have in LA and check every freaking smoke shop? You know what I mean? Unless somebody calls and reports them. Right. But he doesn't keep them up in the display case, obviously. You have to ask him. And he knows me because I've been going there for 5 years, the same smoke shop for 5 years. So as soon as I go in, he's like, I have this and this. But yeah, like before he got those Newports in, he was getting like this off-brand called Mavericks. Mavericks, you know what I'm talking about? They're like $6-7 at 7-Eleven. You know how much he was charging for a pack of off-brand Newport knockoffs?
What?
$15 a pack.
Oh my God.
Yep. So he's banking on his illegal activities.
Yeah.
So I called Leanne. I said, I'm going to Venmo you money. I need you to send me a carton. I called one of my friends in Pittsburgh. I'm like, I'm going to send you money. I need you to send me a carton. Like, I am just going to start outsourcing. If I have to drive to frickin' Nevada, I will. I'm not paying $22 for cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah, and you could probably buy just a couple and cartons and bring them over. I mean, it's not like they have fucking security between state lines.
Right.
Checking for contraband.
Right. Yep. They're not banned. Like people, it's not, the ban isn't for people that they're not allowed to smoke them. The ban is they're not allowed to sell them. So yeah, I could bring them in from anywhere legally and not get in trouble as long as I'm not selling them. But the whole premise behind the law was that it targets menthol, like Newports, their marketing, they target minorities more than.
Right. Yeah. Which they do. Yeah, they totally do.
Tattoos just said she can mail them to you.
Yeah, it's so funny, Tattoos. Yesterday I was crying. I'm like, I can't smoke these freaking non-menthols. I was to my husband. They make me so nauseated. Like they really do. I don't know what's in them, but like dry heave nauseated. So he's like, well, why don't you just talk to your friends and have them mail you some? He goes, call Tattoos. Ask Leanne. And he brought up you, Tattoos. I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. I didn't even think of Tattoos.
Can you mail them in the mail? Can you mail cartons?
Yeah. Yep.
You can?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because, I mean, it makes sense.
We just can't sell them.
Oh, okay.
You can buy, I could go on a website right now because I did look into it to just buy them off of this website but they were still expensive. And I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'd better off just driving to Nevada. So yesterday, I was so desperate for a normal freaking tasting cigarette. This is so sick. My addiction is so bad. I know it's horrible, guys. Don't judge me though. This is
No,
my
because
place in life.
don't
Is my damn
don't
freaking cigarette.
don't feel so bad about yourself. The reason that you feel so bad or you feel like you're so addicted is because when you can't get them, it makes you more obsessed to finding them.
Jess said you can't mail cigarettes.
How do they do that though on those websites then, Jess? Like those sites that you can buy cigarettes off of?
Said, oh wait, maybe you can.
Maybe
Yeah,
you know where you should look? Look for an Indian reservation.
Mhm.
yeah, I thought of that too. But anyway, I looked up the closest city to me in Nevada because Nevada is the closest state to me. And it was 3 hours.
Oh,
Platte,
heck.
Nevada. It's called Platte, Nevada. Platt. But here's the thing: it was already 5:30 at night. There was no.
Oh,
I
God.
could have got there before it got dark. Right at dusk, I would probably got there. But coming back, it would have been dark, and I am not driving in the desert at night ever again because I had a horrible desert experience driving at night one time. So
Yeah.
I ended up not going. But I was tattoos. I was going to message you today. I was supposed to go out and see tattoos, but my shit got all fucked up. But anyway, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. One of these days, taking a road trip out there just to buy cigarettes. Jane, how many do you need a month or week? I smoke around a half a pack if I'm a half a pack a day, so one pack will last me 2 days. But if I'm having like a stressful week, because my job is very stressful, I have a tendency to light a cigarette, take 2 puffs of it, and go do something, leave it burn away, and I waste cigarettes. I have a really bad habit with that. So I don't know how much I truly smoke because I do that so often. Like light a cigarette, and walk away, and do things, and forget it's lit, and it'll just burn away. So I need to pay attention. So I don't know what I truly smoke, but I do go through a pack every 2 days.
Jess said Google says you need a license to mail them, a distributor license.
Okay, so that's how the websites do it then. They have a license.
That I'll mail them. I don't follow the rules.
You know what though? I have a friend that actually works at a cigarette distributor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're calling the FBI on you, tattoos.
I do
There's
know
gonna
that. Go ahead.
If there's a frickin' hold on, Paige. If there's a frickin' live or a frickin' community post about tattoos illegally mailing me cigarettes, what the hell is that? What is that?
What?
What is what?
You don't hear that?
No.
No.
Oh, I had Mommy Rambling's auction. Her old auction post from last night still up, and she just went live, so she must be doing the auction. Leanne, can you go check that for me on the side real quick, Leanne?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks to me like she is.
Yeah, I gotta sell my scrunchies. Yeah, tattoos, if you're not afraid, I would love you forever. When I first moved here, you know what I was doing? And I didn't know it was illegal because I'm, you know, everybody knows that I'm YouTube's airhead, right? So my friend vaped back in Pittsburgh when I first moved here, and the vape pens in Pittsburgh were really expensive, and they're cheap here. So I was mailing vape pens out to her. And then my dad's like, "You're gonna get freaking arrested." I'm like, "For what?" And then he told me you're not allowed to do that. I'm like, "Oh my God." I was doing it all the time. Don't mail vape pens.
I don't see a
So
problem with that because if you can find something cheaper somewhere else in the country, why can't you send it to somebody that gets it more expensive? I don't see
Yeah.
a problem with that.
thing, because certain states have different taxes. Like California probably has
I
higher taxes.
know.
Yeah.
I
But
know.
I'm reading an article and it says that generally you cannot mail them through the mail, but they said only Alaska, intra Alaska.
Okay. Is there anything in there that says if it's a gift?
Right. It's not. Well, that's one thing it said. If it's not for resale, if it's just
Yeah, that's what I thought. As long as you're not selling them, you could do it.
But you
That's
have
what
to.
I thought.
You have because the majority of the time when you send something, you have to put on there if it's a gift, if it's a present, if it's or just sending something, whatever. You have to put something on there, especially if you send overseas. They want to know the total detail.
Yeah.
And if you just put on there that it's a gift,
Yeah.
how they won't have no proof of anything
As long as
about
it's not
resale or anything.
yeah, as long as it's not contraband like narcotics or
Exactly.
weed. Yeah. I think it's safe. Jane said I can get my own license. Yeah, Tattoos, send me a carton of Mavericks. Tell me how much I need to send you and Venmo you. Leanne, can you type in the chat over there and ask them if they're doing it? If
Yeah.
they need, because if they want me to do it, I need the link. Sorry guys, I committed to doing the auction yesterday, and it looks like she had her power went out last night, so I don't know if if they're expecting me over there or not. Get out of a jail gift.
This is fucking stupid. The only time you can send tobacco through the USPS is for sending cigars. Why the fuck are cigars different?
Yeah.
Like, stupid.
See, I just let a whole cigarette burn away in one of my $22 ones.
You're crazy.
A whole cigarette. I forgot I lit it. I have to stop doing this bullshit. Wow. And then it gets down to the filter and it stinks. That's how I knew it was burning.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, there's a loophole. It says, for example, you can mail cigarettes through FedEx if they are for personal use.
See, that's what I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? See, there's a whole lot.
It was FedEx. I just thought you could mail them in general as long as you weren't reselling. That is money burning, bro. I know. I have to, like, these cigarettes are gold.
Yeah, man. It's like
$22.
That's what I hate about it. There's so many little loopholes that they have in all kinds of shit. Everything from baking to buying a house to taxes. There's all these little loopholes.
Yep, you can get out of anything, so mostly. Do you know I paid for a pack of cigarettes the most I ever paid?
What?
I'm not even shitting you. $60.
Why?
Bella was filming in Australia, and Bella's filmed all over the world. And every time we went to a different country, like the Philippines, Vietnam, Italy, anywhere we went, it was so much cheaper. The cigarettes were so much cheaper.
Yeah.
So I would only have that one pack, whatever I had on me. I wouldn't go and buy for the trip. So she had to film in Australia, and we were going to be there for 9 days. So, and I only had like a half pack of cigarettes that I packed in my purse. And I'm like, I'll just buy them when we get there. Because I didn't, figured it'd be cheaper. Because in Vietnam, a pack of cigarettes was $1.25. I'd rather buy them cheaper than bring them with me. So we went to Australia. We get the production vehicle picked us up from the airport, and I'm like, the first stop we need to make is the store so you can get cigarettes. So the guy never says anything. He says, okay. So we go to the store, and I go up to the counter, and I tell them what I want, and the girl's like, $60. And I'm like, no, I don't want a carton. I just want one pack. And she's like, yeah, that's the $60 for one pack. And I'm like, what? And here, that's the way they were trying to curb people from smoking. Was cigarettes were literally range from $60, depending on what you smoke, to $100 a pack.
Yep.
I bought it. I bought it because I was going to be there for 9 days. What was I going to do? So I made that shit last, though. I literally made that last the entire week.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the auction is going on. I think she used the wrong thumbnail from what I got out of it.
Oh, okay. All right, good. So we can stay.
Yep.
I wasn't probably going to do it anyway, but because that's no notice and I'm not set up, so I don't know.
Whenever I've gone on a trip, I've always taken as many cigarettes as I need because I know how I am.
Typically me too, but after like the second place we were, I was like,
Yeah.
well, it's cheaper when we get there. I'll just get them when we get there. And yeah, I learned my lesson on that one. But that's what they do. I think it's still that way. They don't ban cigarettes, but that's how they prevent people from smoking. It's just
When I
only the
when
rich
we
people
were
can smoke.
when we went to Jamaica, um, they didn't have my brand, so I was really grateful that I brought mine.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was curious of the price. When we went to, was it, I think Tennessee or Kentucky,
Oh yeah, Kentucky,
they
they're
were
cheap.
way cheaper, way cheaper.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
in the South, because that's where they grow the tobacco. It's cheap
Yeah,
as hell. Yep.
yeah.
I think
And
in Nevada, in Vegas, if you're not in the casinos and you're like out of the touristy parts, if you go to the stores there, I can get
yeah,
cigarettes for $6, $5. I found Newports once for $5 at this gas station in a desert.
Damn.
But
wow,
if you get them at the casino, I think they were like
yeah,
$15 or something.
yeah. Can
Oh,
you
I want a
think
trip today. I want a trip I
I'm
want a
sorry.
trip to Vegas today.
You
you
did?
did?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you at the Dodger game. I won it. Yep, I
That's
signed up.
Wow.
cool.
They had these little things little kiosks where you go in and it says win prizes. So you put your name and your seat number and your row and all that in there, and then they pick winners. And I won a 3-day Vegas trip. They don't pay for me to like drive there, but they pay for the room. I got a three-day stay,
Damn.
and
Wow.
and was it a $200 gift card, something like that? Yep. And I have to use it. I have 14 months to use it. I just
My
signed. It
son,
was like a
go ahead.
lottery thing. 71. They were giving out all kinds of shit, like posters, Dodger tickets, and Vegas
Wow.
stays. And I won the Vegas stay.
That's awesome.
That's what my son told us. He goes, that's where I want to go for my 21st birthday is Las Vegas.
I've
What
never
stays in
been.
Vegas? What happens there stays there. He'll,
Yeah.
he'll, he'll get married. He'll come home married, like
No,
Britney
thank
Spears.
you.
Remember when Britney Spears did that? She went out there on her 21st birthday, got loaded, and married her high school boyfriend
Yeah.
like a
No.
week. You guys don't remember that? Yeah, she did.
Mm.
She went and got married in one of those Elvis chapels.
You know what? Can
Oh
we
yeah.
talk about celebrities? Because right now, I'm kind of mad at Ariana Grande and Lizzo.
What the hell's
Why?
going on with her? She is so thin.
Well, that I mean, I don't want to body like if
I'm not
she
body
did.
shaming her. I'm
No,
like
no, no,
health
no,
worried.
no.
You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean? She doesn't look healthy.
she said like the health or like before when she was heavier.
She
Oh,
just kicked herself off, I think. Heather, you kicked yourself off. Yeah, tattoos. We could have a hell of a business, girl. I'm telling you.
mm-hmm.
We really could. We could be making all that money that this guy up the street's making.
Like how?
If she meets me at the border with a truckload of cigarettes, I could sell them.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, that's getting clipped.
Wow.
We're gonna get clipped with that one. Tattoos and I are going into illegal cigarette selling.
There you go, getting us in trouble again.
I know.
I'm sitting here being good, muted, eating my dinner, and you're getting us in trouble.
I told you that's what happened.
It always does.
Tattoos and I are selling illegal cigarettes. They're gonna call on us. You watch. Someone's gonna call. Who would you even
Oh
call?
no.
Who are they? They're gonna call the FDA on us tattoos.
You know what? There's worse things in the world.
The tobacco and firearm. We're gonna get raided by the tobacco and firearms cops. They're gonna have their little jackets on and come in and get us.
I'm gonna get this call that the ATF is at your house, and you're gonna be freaking out.
Exactly. I'm like, Leanne,
Yep.
go on our channel and tell everybody I need bail money.
Yep.
Bail's
No,
$1 million.
really, honestly, everybody likes you so much they just give it to you as a gift.
Yeah.
I mean, really, honestly.
That's no. That's NC. That's her shit. That's her shtick.
No. You tell the people that show up at your house that want to arrest you, say, well, I don't know why they give it to me. They just give it to me as a gift.
Oh, that's what I could tell them. Yeah. My whole garage is full of 5,000 cigarette cartons. All my subscribers bought 3 cartons each and sent them to me. We have 3,000 cartons.
I'll never run out.
Tattoo said the ATF knows her, so we're covered. We're all good.
Oh my God.
She's married to the ATF.
Oh my
No.
God.
So going back to Ariana Grande. So
Okay.
she's married and then she left her husband because she's been recording Wicked, a movie. They're making a movie
Yeah.
out of Wicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've been filming it over in England. And there's another actor that's in it. I forget who he plays, but he's also a Broadway star. And he basically played SpongeBob on Broadway. And he looks like a total dweeb. Like, I just feel like it's weird. But so she fucking broke up their family. That dude was married and just had a baby. And I'm like, girl.
She had an affair?
Yes.
Oh my God, she just got married.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not shocked.
And
that girl bounces around.
yes. And that's what they were saying. Like she, was engaged with Pete and then she was with, she's just had
probably with Pete to piss Mac Miller off. And I truly believe that she was just trying to make Mac Miller jealous or something with him, just fucking with him. And then he died. And then, you got caught being an asshole. And now the poor guy died. And I think she was really messed up over that. But then she made all that, I'm just going to work on myself. I'm going to date myself, all that crap, and wrote that song. What was that damn song? I hated that song. I love Mac Miller. Don't mess with my Mac Miller. I was so mad at her for what she did to Mac Miller. I was so mad at her.
Are you talking about that Thank You Next song?
Yes, Thank You Next. I hated that damn song. And Mac Miller had a really nice girlfriend. They were like high school sweethearts. She was with him before he got famous. She stayed with him when he got famous. And then he dumped her because Ariana broke up their happy relationship. Right?
Yeah, I fucking hate bitches like that.
I know. So he breaks up with his long-term high school sweetheart and goes with Ariana. Now, I know he had some problems, but who doesn't in Hollywood? And she dumps him, goes with Pete, makes all those gross public displays. I was so sick of seeing her and Pete, with her sucking on a lollipop with her freaking T-shirt dress and her thigh-high boots. I was so sick of seeing all her antics. And then she breaks up with Pete, says she's never going to date for a long time, and then gets married 4 months later. I'm like, oh my God, to some nobody, that nobody ever heard of. And I'm like, yeah. And so it doesn't surprise me that she was probably unhappy and cheated on him with a weirdo.
Yeah.
I hope her husband left her.
He did. And that's what's fucked up. But it sucks for them, and it sucks for this woman who, the dude that she's shacking up with now, just had a fucking baby.
So she stayed with the girl's husband?
Yes.
That's going to last a month. And she broke up that home for nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Flo.
And then have you heard of
I've been trying... Wait a minute. I have to talk to Flo really quick. It's really important. Flo, I have been trying to get a hold of you. The ladies over at the auction gave me the email address, but it was the wrong one. It was for somebody else. And the person emailed me back and was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. This isn't Flo on the Go. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I don't have your actual email. I've been trying to get you your makeup bag.
She's lying. She's been trying to reach you about your extended car warranty. Don't fucking buy into that.
Flo. Yes, I have. You need Geico. Not State Farm. But anyway, here, I'm going to put my email address in the chat if you want to email me it so I can send this to you. I know you wanted it right away, so I was all panicked about it. Wait,
Have you heard about the fuck shit with Lizzo?
no, what happened?
Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
shit.
What's that?
That's a bunch of bullshit going on with Lizzo. That's crazy.
What happened?
So apparently, well, she's being sued by 3 of her former dancers.
Oh, yes.
There
I
may
heard
be
about
more, but apparently she's a complete fucking psycho. Allegedly. I mean, I haven't seen proof. I mean, a lot of people have come out and said that she's awful to work for, that she body shames these heavy.
No.
Yeah. And I'm like, that would suck so bad. If all this is true, like, that really sucks because she's been such an inspiration,
Yeah.
for so many women.
That happened with Ellen. How many people looked up to Ellen and it all came out like COVID revealed her mask was taken off because the production company, she started filming out of her house and they came, like she treated them so badly that they came out. And then all the stars that were going on her show said how poorly they were treated. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
Usually the saints are the devils. Usually. But go ahead, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. And so then there was another story that something. I feel like I'm hearing an echo. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't hear one.
Oh, weird.
Oh my gosh, look, Philly D's family member won $100K at the casino.
Wow, that's awesome.
What?
Oh my gosh.
So they were in New Amsterdam, and Lizzo kept talking about this place she wanted to go called Banana something, the Banana Show, and basically eat like. You can eat a banana out of a sex worker's snatch, pretty much.
Oh my God.
And she, basically, they
made those girls do it.
Yeah. They felt like they had to do it or else they wouldn't get to keep their job dancing for her. And
wait a minute. Isn't that that should be, isn't that a law? Wouldn't that be some form of sexual harassment or whatever?
Right.
Yes.
That's awful.
Yeah, so it's not looking good for her.
Oh my God, I have to read about that. I had no idea.
Yeah, and there was a lady who was going to do a documentary on her a while back, and she started filming for 2 weeks, and she bailed. She was like, nope. She said she was horrible.
Good, so they backed out of it because of her attitude?
Yep.
So she got canceled?
Maybe. I mean, she probably will if this continues on. I mean,
Ellen ended up getting pretty much canceled. You know what I mean? People don't like bullies.
No.
She lost her show and she lost all credibility of anybody liking Ellen.
Yep, she sure did. And Bella loved Ellen. Bella was watching.
I did too. Long time ago, I did. Remember at Christmas time, she would do all that giveaway stuff for everybody.
Yes. She probably hated doing it.
She'd come out dancing she was just
so down to earth and just had cared about humanity and animals and just a really good person. But Bella they asked her to be on the show right before COVID hit and productions all got shut down. And Bella you would have thought she was going to meet the Pope. She was so excited. And now Bella is I can't believe that woman was fake. She was 10 and would watch Ellen. She loved her.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was funny and charismatic and, she stood up for the LGBTQ. I remember when she came out, what Spin City or what was that show she was on?
I know it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but she was on a sitcom and she came out on the show as gay, and that was a huge deal. 15 years ago, I mean,
she had huge charities. Oh my God. She was almost too good to be true kind of person. and so down to earth. And here she's a raging maniac. I heard that about Jennifer Lopez too.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I heard you're not even allowed, like her people that work for her aren't even allowed to look at her.
What?
Yeah. She don't even, I read all about all that. I couldn't believe it because she started from the bottom. She was just, she lived in the Bronx. She got her start to fame as a backup dancer on that show with Jim Carrey. What was that show? In Living Color?
In Living Color,
She had nothing. She came from a very poor, modest family.
Wasn't she a Laker girl, or was that Paula Abdul?
No, that was Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
So speaking of Paula Abdul, Bella's doing a performance with Paula Abdul next month.
Stop it.
Yep.
I've been seeing her all over YouTube doing these dances.
Yeah, she's been like me too. She's been all over YouTube. But anyway, Bella's doing a big show with her in Laguna.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's amazing. Yes, that's amazing.
I know. Fat Philly D. Yeah, that's it. She was a fly girl. But so, like, to hear, like, usually, and plus I watched her when she was a judge on American Idol, and she seemed so down to earth and, like, had a lot of compassion and all that. So when I read all that, there was a lot of people that came out about it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the heck? Like what money does to people. Money and fame.
Fame gives all of them the fake prophecy of being in power.
Illusions of grandeur. Illusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
That's how Natasha is. Natasha Cooper. She has such a fan base that frickin' worships the chair she sits on. So it gives her that false sense of superiority. And you see how much money she makes. She's making a full-time living off of these people that give her this God complex. So times that by 5,000 million, and because J-Lo's money's 5,000 times more.
Well,
but you can imagine what fame and money does to a person's mental state.
The thing is that J-Lo has done movies and done all this stuff. That's the reason why she does what she does, and she's good at it.
Yeah, she is good.
Does that mean that she should act that way? No. But she deserves what she did because of all the years that she's done it.
Right.
But, Ariana Grande, I feel real bad about that because I love her voice.
I did too. I really liked her. Bella used to watch her when she was on the Disney show before she became who she is now. But she did a lot of plastic surgery. Like she don't look even like the same girl.
No. I know. I don't know why they do that. Why do they feel that they have to change and they don't? Why don't they grow old gracefully?
Because unfortunately, like Bella feels that, like, I wouldn't put my daughter. My daughter's been in a lot of TV shows and has performed all over the world, but she's never been in a situation where, or I wouldn't allow it, where she didn't feel like she was good enough. I wouldn't allow her to be in a situation like that. But it happens regardless. Like, for example, the troupe that she's in is the children's version of Cirque du Soleil. And if you start growing as a child, you grow. It's normal to grow, right? But if you get a certain height, if you start approaching a certain height, if you start putting on pounds through puberty, these kids get so scared. They hate growing. Like one little girl there got tall over the summer. You can't even mention it. If you say, "Oh my God, you got so tall," like normal thing you would say, she'll start crying. It's just, it's with show business. You have to stay young and beautiful forever. Even in my daughter's profession, which isn't acting, it's performing. You have to be small and childlike.
And look at Madonna. She has fucked herself all up too.
She's a
Oh my,
huge
she don't,
example. Yep.
no kidding. She don't look nothing like she was
And she was
beautiful.
stunning.
She
Yeah.
was. She was a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I know that's a prime example of how you can't let it go. It's
Too
just like you
much.
get
You
desperate.
know
Yeah.
who Madonna reminded me of? Madonna always reminded me of Marilyn Monroe, her
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
natural
too.
beauty that she
Yep.
had.
Yep.
And for her to do everything that she did, that's the only thing that I just don't get. Because, like, look at Betty White. Betty White
Yep.
couldn't do shit. And she was
Yeah.
beautiful until almost 100.
Yep.
And everybody
Yep.
loved her for that
I
Yeah. She
long.
was
know.
adored. I
I
loved her
know.
too. She was adored. Yep. Without having to touch her face, and I know.
Nope. I mean,
Yeah.
like, she always had the attitude of, like, take me as I am, because that's who I am.
Okay, Flo. Yeah. Did you hear me? What I said happened? They gave me the wrong address, and I didn't know until the lady that I emailed got back to me 2 days ago and told me that she didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah. So thank you, and I'll get it right out tomorrow. I promise. I have it packed. I just don't have an address to put on it. Fiddly D, Meg Ryan, and Renee Zellweger also. Yes, they did. That
Oh, Meg Ryan, for
Meg
sure.
Ryan was so cute. So was Renee
I
Mhm.
love
Zellweger,
her.
but I thought Meg Ryan just had that girl next door, like Jennifer Aniston, like that girl next door look.
It's
I don't know
Jennifer
why.
Grey. She
Jennifer
fucked her. She
Grey.
didn't look the
Yep.
same.
No, the thing I
I
loved
didn't even
about Meg
recognize her when she
Ryan,
was on Dancing with the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
when I love the scene, I can't remember the movie, but where she had to do the fake orgasm, and then the
Oh,
old
that was
lady says, I want,
When Harry Met Sally.
yeah,
yes.
when Harry met
And then
Sally. That was a good movie.
the old lady next door says, I want what she's having.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know, and they were such cute girls. And Jennifer Grey, yeah, she had a big nose, but that it made her cute. Like it was
It
who
was
she was.
her. Yes.
Right.
It, I think she ruined her acting career with that because people actually hired her for her look, and she took
Yeah.
that look away by doing that.
Mm.
If you're not feeling good about yourself, that's one thing. But I would never judge somebody for wanting to do something to make them feel better about themselves or whatever. But a lot of these people don't do it for that reason. They do it because they're trying to prolong their youth or what have you for Hollywood. And
Mm.
I don't know. It's sad. It's so sad.
But like we as a society, like we're okay with that. Like, for
Yep.
instance, think of like newscasters and stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
generally, you think of your local newscasters, and like once they get to a certain age, like I mean, usually the weatherman, like they don't really give a shit, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
once they get a certain age, or they don't stay. Like they
Right.
get new,
Mhm.
younger people in,
That's
and
exactly
it's
right.
like
Yep.
Yeah,
it's they lose value because they're older, and that's really fucked up.
it
Yeah.
is.
Bella in Pittsburgh. They did a big thing about her moving to LA, like hometown girl moving to LA, and they did a big segment on her. And she had to go to the
Hmm.
news station, and we were in the green room waiting, and you should have seen the newscasters running up and down the hallway. They each had assistants. Like, I'll never forget it. There was a female newscaster running down the hallway. I guess she was running late they were broadcasting, and there was an assistant following her with a wig on a stick, following her,
Uh-huh.
spraying it while he's running. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like they wore wigs. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, newscasters even? But yeah, you're right. Exactly. Even newscasters. You should see the ones out here in LA. When you turn the morning news on and the weather ladies come on, they're in like nightclub dresses. They're in
Oh,
tight, form fitting, cleavage. Big change from what they have in Pittsburgh. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
wow. It was crazy. Yeah, they're all gorgeous model types. Most of
Yeah.
them. Billy D said Jennifer Gray made herself non-descriptive, just a good sign to hold on to your own uniqueness. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she did.
That's the perfect thing to say. Your own uniqueness. That's what makes a person beautiful
Yep.
is your own uniqueness. And
Right.
Yep.
you have to love yourself before other people can love you.
Right. You can
Yep.
be the most
It's so
beautiful
true.
person in the world, but be a complete fucking hag. And,
Yes. Yes.
you know,
And then when you're young too, like you'll get made fun of because of societal expectations of what
Mm-hmm.
pretty is. And when you're young, kids are brutal. And if you're
Right.
not that societal expectation, you get made fun of. Like I got
mhm.
tore apart my whole childhood because I have big lips. I do. I have big lips. I would cry over my lips. I hated them
Oh
because I
my
got made fun of.
God.
Now people ask me if I get my lips done. They love my lips. Who's my plastic surgeon? It's like, you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
so glad I never
Yeah.
changed it. I always said as soon as I'm old enough, I'm getting my lips changed. And I'm so glad I did it.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah.
done with it.
Hi, so done with it.
Like
Yeah.
Bella. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just think you're beautiful. I mean,
So
Exactly.
are you. I'm not, but so are you.
you are.
I love your hair. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
My hair is a pain in the arse. Big pain in the butt. Because it's so thick and heavy and everywhere. But
So pretty.
Well, honey, you can have my hair, which is, going bald. So it's one way or the other.
that's true. I always look at people with the pretty fine hair that's shiny and it just looks like silk. I always look at people with hair like that and like, oh, I wish my hair, because my hair is coarse and everywhere.
Grass is always greener, you know?
Yes, it is. It's always greener. But Bella has like an overbite. And you know how kids kind of grow into their teeth. When they're younger, their teeth are huge and
Right.
then their faces will catch up to
Yeah.
it and then it doesn't look as big. So I always found her overbite so cute. It made her who she, it made her. It made her. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was. It was just adorable. And a lot of people would tell her that, and me. Like, I love her cute little overbite. Everybody would say it. So now we came to the time when she needed braces. And braces wasn't just to fix the overbite. She had, some crooked teeth and all that needed to be taken care of. But this was just recently. She has a small mouth palate. It's like a shape of a V and it's really tiny. So they said they had to remove two molars at the top so that they could make room to pour up her overbite back. And it was a huge decision for her to make. We made it together, but I told her it's going to be painful, and
Mm-hmm.
you're beautiful the way you are. Your teeth are perfectly, because she has the braces on, so they're not crooked anymore. They're perfectly straight. I said, your mouth looks beautiful. It doesn't affect your health to have a little bit of an overbite.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you don't want to go through all that and have teeth removed, because she was really upset about removing her teeth. She's like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
a hillbilly. I'm not going to have enough teeth in my mouth. I'm like, Bella, no one's going to know you're missing two molars in the back. They're going to close the
Yeah.
gaps. She's like, but
But
I'll know. But I'll know. And I'm like, then
yeah,
keep your overbite. That's who you are. It's not like her overbite isn't even bad. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
she decided that she wanted it fixed. So they pulled the teeth 2 weeks ago, and they're having an overbite.
I think it's
Yeah.
important to keep your natural teeth as long as you can, you know?
Right. Yeah,
I
that was a
mean,
big
they help
decision.
with chewing and,
Yes. Yep.
facial
Yep.
structure. It's
That's what I told her. I said a lot changes. Like, if you want to
Mhm.
keep your teeth the way they are, not go through all that and lose those teeth, I think your mouth looks beautiful the way it is. But
right.
she ultimately decided to do it, so we did it.
I lost a lot of my teeth because of the migraine headaches, and it would make you throw up, and then all that after all
Yeah.
those years of that happening.
Yeah.
So
and people lose teeth
Not a
because of
whole lot.
medicine
Yep.
that they're on,
Not a
all
lot of
kinds of things.
not a lot I could do about it. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to deal with that my whole life, but nothing I can do.
I know. I mean, there's more people than there aren't that have missing teeth for one reason or another. But,
Yeah,
it was a big decision to have hers just pulled from, just to correct
I
us
know.
over.
Well, there's a lot of people that have their wisdom teeth pulled once they're about, oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I think I was about, I can't remember. I know my husband said he was about 17 when they pulled out 4 of his
Yeah.
wisdom teeth because of not enough room in your mouth.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
your wisdom teeth don't come in until later.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mine didn't come in until my 20s, so mine were all impacted.
Really?
I had to have them surgically removed. That was a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Everything with me is a story, though. That was a horrible story. I woke up 3 times in the middle of it and grabbed the dentist's arm. They had to dose me with anesthesia 3 times. And my mom was in the waiting room, and they came out and they said, she is one tough cookie. We dosed her 3 times, and she still kept waking up, grabbing my arm. And
Oh
the
my.
reason I kept doing that was because I had right before I had to go in for that procedure, there was a lady all over the news, national news. She had a boob job and died under the anesthesia. So they made a big
Oh
stink
my
about
God.
people putting themselves through these, situations where there's risk of death just
Yeah.
to have big boobs and plastics, for
Yeah.
looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going under anesthesia tomorrow, and look what happened to this lady. So the way my brain works, I thought I was going to die. I was terrified. I was even calling my
Yeah.
friends. If I die tomorrow, I love you, that kind of thing. So I had myself so convinced I wasn't going to wake up that I woke myself up out of anesthesia 3, not once, not twice, 3 times.
That's crazy.
Oh
Yep.
my Lord.
I have other teeth I need to have removed, but I had a couple teeth removed several years ago, and I could feel everything they were
Mhm.
doing. I was,
Mm.
and
Oh my gosh.
I just refuse to go and do it. I'm too scared.
There are people who've done that with
You feel it?
anesthesia. I forget the name of it, but
Yeah, you're
they
right. Yep.
they literally
Uh,
wake up, but they can't move. So
yeah.
they just have to sit there and lay through
Yeah,
the
Yep.
surgery.
my teeth.
The,
That
the,
happened
pro-
to
the
you,
problem,
Leanne?
Yeah. It also happened when I
if
had my ankle surgery years ago. I woke up and I could feel them stitching it shut.
Oh
Mm-mm.
no.
the thing is that if you have a good anesthesiologist, if you feel pain, your heart rate and everything will start
Going up.
Yeah,
acting
going
very,
up.
very different.
Yeah, that's
And,
true.
if you have a good anesthesia, he'll know that something's going on and give you more medication or something to
Mhm.
put you out more.
Good. I hope
I
surgery I have coming up that they pay attention so I don't wake up.
Yeah.
make sure when the anesthesiologist comes in and talks to you, tell them exactly what happened and tell
Yeah.
him to make sure that he pays attention to your vital signs so that
Yeah.
way he'll know exactly what's going on.
Okay.
And then
That's
they'll
like a
take
living
what to do.
nightmare. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's like something on a movie. Flo on the Go had the same thing too. 4 molars pulled because there was no room. Yep, that's exactly what happened to Bella. She had her
I
braces first, though. I don't know why they put the braces on first, but that's how they did it.
Hmm.
when they pulled, because I didn't really want to be put out, so all they did was use the laughing gas on me, and they had to do a whole bunch of the laughing gas, and apparently I wasn't waking up, and I
Oh,
finally woke up, but I woke up to them doing the knuckle on your breastbone,
oh
and
no.
A
yeah,
sternum. Hmm.
yeah, your sternum, and I'm like, I felt that, and I'm like, yeah, okay, what? And they're
What was
saying,
so done
we just
with
had a,
it? What
I'm
was
like,
so done with it? She was 17 and she was high as a kite. And she was singing the song Little Pink Houses to the entire staff. That's so funny. There's so many of those
oh,
videos I watch of people that are under anesthesia and like one of their family members will video them right after. They're hilarious.
My husband thought they took his belly button off when he got his wisdom teeth done.
Oh,
That's right. I forgot you told me that. That's
It was
right.
so bad. He was like whispering to me and he said, they took my belly button. And I was like, what? They took my belly button. And I was like, you know, he was really convinced that they did not do anything with his mouth. They just took his belly
my
button.
God.
It was hilarious.
When my husband and I were trying to have a baby, I had to go in and have a laparoscopic kind of surgery to see what's wrong. So, and I'm so afraid of surgical rooms that I told them, I said, you gotta do something for me beforehand, do whatever you can. And they didn't hear me. They didn't listen to me. So when I got into the room, they said, oh, just get up on the table. And I'm looking at the room and I'm panicking, afraid as hell. So I get in there and I'm pulling out the IVs and I'm saying, okay, I'm out of here because they're taking too damn long. Finally, they said, nope, I'm not even sitting. And they start giving me the medication because I said, okay, get her out now. That's the last thing I heard. And the next surgery I had to have was a hysterectomy many years later. And I remember telling Dr. Go, oh yeah, we're putting your ass out right here. And then when I got out of surgery, my doctor said, oh my God, that was the best joke I've ever heard in my life. What joke? And he goes, you told us a joke before we put you completely out. And I go, no, you didn't. No, I didn't. And I said, what did I tell you? And he goes, you told us what's the difference between a woman and a screen door.
Oh,
that's so my God.
That's hilarious.
The more you bang them, the looser they get.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
Everybody say hi to Millie. Say hi to Millie Willie.
Millie.
71, there's your baby.
Millie.
Kitty.
I put a scrunchie on her the other day. Look how cute she looks. Hold on.
She's gonna get mad at you.
She's scrunchy type. Ooh, let your nails. Look how beautiful.
Oh,
right. I'm Millie, and I'm just classy.
Look how pretty you are, Mildred. She's not
Millie.
She's not having it. She said, "Take this scrunchie out of the room." Now she's bitching. No, my husband had to have when I met my husband, they used to call him Wolf Eye. He had a cataract on his eye, complete gray. It was completely grayed out. One eye was completely gray and the other one was normal. And he was really big into sports when he was in high school. So he got hit in the eye with a football.
Ew.
Yikes.
And it caused damage, but it was gradual damage till he ended up with a full cataract. And he was terrified to get it removed, so he didn't right away. So when I met him, he had full gray eye, and he used to call him Wolf Eye. And when we would fight, because it was on, like if he was driving, it was on his right. It was his right eye. So if I was in the passenger seat and he was driving, and we were getting to an argument about anything. Not like fighting, like a little argument. I would give him the finger sitting in the passenger seat and just hold my middle finger up for like the whole trip. And he wouldn't even know he was blind. Yes.
Oh, no.
It made me feel so much better. You know what I mean? I'm like, look, I'm getting one up on you and you don't even know it. So we laugh about it now. But anyway, so when he went in to get it removed, they were going to Twilight him. They were telling him all about Twilight and how it worked. And they told him, now, the one thing with Twilight is we have a lot of patients that come in here and talk about some crazy things. Because he was terrified of, like, side effect and all that. So they just went down the gamut of anything that could happen. And they said, we get a lot of people that like to talk about their, like, husbands and wives, or husbands that talk about their sex lives with their wives and all these things that just come out. And they talk about it, and he was so terrified he was going to go in there and say something like that because the nurses told him that it happens all the time. And I'm like, are you
Yeah.
serious? She goes, yes, honey. She goes, I know so much about people's sex life, probably they don't even know that I know. And I'm like, oh my God. So I guess when you go under Twilight, you're giving away all your secrets.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was terrified that he was going to do something like that. But I guess he didn't. He didn't do anything. He was
I
just,
get. I watched this one guy on YouTube, and he's an anesthesiologist, and he
yeah,
tells all these different things that happen to people
yeah,
during anesthesia,
I
and
know who
he
you're.
says that yeah, he says that you can snore and all this other stuff, and he said your arms that's why you tie your arms and legs down because you can twitch and just all
Yeah,
this stuff. And he goes, and the last thing you want is you be twitching when you're having surgery.
yeah,
He
Uh,
says,
no, yeah,
with ankle surgery coming up, my orthopedic doctor explained like your leg will be on this special thing and it'll be strapped down and your foot will be strapped down and here's exactly where we'll go in, and he went through the
yeah,
whole thing.
yeah.
oh my God, tattoos. Look,
What
tattoo
What?
said they
Oh
pulled all
god.
hers out. What? Why would they do that to
What?
you? That's torture. Hers were
No.
impacted, and they took them out with no freaking anesthesia.
Yikes.
Well, you did. They gave you Novocaine, right?
Yeah, but that probably wouldn't touch it all, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they would. If they give enough of them around your whole mouth, it'll.
I
I've
had a
had
root
Novocaine.
canal. I had a root canal and I had Novocaine. They super dosed me with that. And I still felt that damn thing. That hurt so bad.
Yikes.
Then my dentist must be really good at Novocaine because I
Yeah.
never usually felt anything.
Well, it depends on the person too. Some people react better to Novocaine than others too, you know? Like Bella's
I
Novocaine tolerant.
Oh,
well,
Yeah, they have
yeah,
to give her extra because she can still feel everything. Yeah.
I well that must be I must respond differently to some medications because they always have to give me low dose of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, because look what happened when I was just doing gas.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
they had to do that.
You're a lightweight.
So
Paige. You're a lightweight girl.
yeah. Well,
You're
I,
you're a cheap
he
date.
told he told me that I have a high tolerance for pain because
Oh,
I didn't react or anything for because I should have felt some pain or something. I don't know.
and you didn't. Yeah,
No.
Bella's got it too. She'll be in the chair. She had Bella has grooves in her teeth that I keep
Hmm.
talking about Bella. I'm sorry, but anyway, she had grooves in her teeth that make her cavity prone. It's
Yeah.
just natural the way the grooves are. So she's had quite a few
Yeah.
cavities, and she takes very good care of her mouth. She's just prone to them. So we're constantly getting them filled. They actually sealed her teeth finally, so hoping that's gonna like calm that down. But anyway,
Hmm.
she'll be laying in the chair, and I'm in there sitting next to her while the doctor's working on her, and tears will be running down her face, and she won't say anything. She won't move. I don't know how she does it. Me, I'm the biggest wimp on this planet. I will
Yeah.
grab your arm and cry, and you have to drag me by my feet to go. Oh hell no, I couldn't do it.
I have a sign with my dentist because you've had all the work I've had to have done, and I usually it's like raise your hand to
Yeah,
try to
if you're in
not hit
pain.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
not try not to hit them, but at least try to do your hand where he. I did that once and didn't mean to, and I almost hurt myself because of his moving his arm. And he said, he goes, oh no, we can't do that.
yeah, that's what they said I was doing when they were trying to do my wisdom teeth. I kept grabbing his arm and almost, he almost hurt me.
Right? Yeah,
I didn't know I was
yeah.
doing it. I just thought I was going to die. So I was waking my butt up.
Well, this ankle, the doctor said you'll be completely asleep. You'll have a nice nap, and then you'll wake up when it's done. And I was like, oh great, then I get to look forward to the pain of that.
I wake up crying every time I have anesthesia. I
oh,
don't know
me
why.
too.
Do
You
you?
tell them they can give you something that'll make you not as weepy, but I do too.
What
And you know,
causes that?
it's
Uh,
something in the propofol.
yeah.
You wake up crying, like sad and
Yeah,
depressed, and crying.
so
Okay.
sad.
Yeah, me
You,
too. Awful.
you can you can ask them because there's a medication that they can give you
Yeah, to make it
before
better.
you go in, and it gives you no memory. You have no memory, nothing, and it lasts throughout your surgery. And because what my problem was is because I don't like seeing the surgical room, not at
Oh,
all. I don't want to see that room. And this medication works so quickly that when I was sitting there with my family, I don't remember saying goodbye to them. It works
Mm.
that fast.
oh, okay.
So
It's probably Versed.
yes, that's what it is. Yes, it is. I couldn't
Mhm.
remember
I
the
didn't even
name.
know they did that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Either. Usually when I wake up from anesthesia, I'm just tired and I say, "Can you just let me sleep a little longer, please?"
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God, I know. It's like the best sleep ever, too.
Me-
I know my husband loves it. He's been getting a lot
Yeah.
of back procedures done, and they have to
Mm.
put him under Twilight and he loves it.
Yeah,
He's like,
I think it's
I
fun
slept
getting
for
put to
3
sleep.
days. Hmm.
I think it's fun getting put to sleep.
So does he. He tries to like beat how they make you
Beat it,
count
fight
backwards.
it.
Yep, he
Yeah.
tries to fight it. Propofol. That's what Michael Jackson loved. That propofol,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only surgery I found was hard was when I had my hysterectomy because they couldn't do it vaginally. You had to do it across your belly like a
Oh
C-section.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
So that was a little hard.
Yeah.
It took me at least about 7 days before I could get up and actually comfortably walk.
Well, that's me. I had C-section two, Quincy and Bella, and because my cervix is tilted, so I always have to have them. And
You plan on getting
first,
pregnant again? She's like,
no,
oh,
I got my tubes tied and everything. No, done with that. But so they're planned when you have a C-section. Everything's planned. And plus, Bella was 10, almost 11 pounds, and
oh, good Lord.
Whoa!
my son
Holy
was
shit!
9.5 pounds. So
Damn.
I'm
big.
having
Holy
a
shit!
C-section regardless because I was not pushing that out. So anyway, I would get so scared and terrified. Like I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm terrified of doctors. So they take you into the operating room and you're awake for a C-section,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
can feel them like. And I made a mistake
pulling.
watching the C-section on like done on YouTube. I watched one and it made me even more scared. They take your insides out and set them on your
Oh
chest.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I was in there, you can feel them. You can't
It's
feel it. You can feel them
crazy.
pulling and doing all that. You can feel like tugging and pulling. And
The
I
pressure.
do a full-fledged anxiety attack,
Yeah.
hyperventilating, shaking. They had to knock me out with anesthesia for my C-section because I was such a baby. Yep,
Yeah,
never do that.
when I was in college, I was first going to be a surgical tech, and then I changed my major to nursing, to like labor and delivery. But it was like when I got to watch my first C-section, it was wild because like they
Mhm.
literally
Yeah,
pulled out all the woman's,
yeah.
guts and everything, and they literally like handled
Plot
it like her uterus like a fucking football, and then
Yeah,
shoved it back in there,
yep.
and it was like okie dokie, and here a baby was. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh my God. And I know. And I thought of that. My husband, he said it was awful to watch. But yeah, they just literally just set it on your boobs, and you have a little curtain at
Mhm.
your neck, and they're sitting there. Oh, it's terrifying to me. I literally thought I was going to die. I was hyperventilating like you. I was like, I can't do this. I couldn't even breathe. I guess all my vitals were going crazy because of it. So they knocked me out. They said they never do that. They told me when I woke up. But tattoos, I don't know how you did that, honey. Oh my God, are you a soldier?
Yeah.
She had hers and only could take Advil because she's allergic to opiates, and then had no choice but to take care of the baby. But oh my gosh, you are strong. Because mine was, both of mine were awful. Then my incision would get infected. Oh, it was just a nightmare.
Well, the reason why they found out after hysterectomy, they found out why I couldn't have any kids is that my uterus was as hard as a rock.
Oh no.
My one fallopian tube and ovary, the ovary was bigger than it was supposed to be. The fallopian tube was wrapped around my uterus.
Oh my God.
Explain that.
Yeah, how does
And
that happen? Were you born like that?
they said that I had to have been born like that. I
Yeah,
had to have.
because that.
And so they said, huh?
Yeah, because what would happen to make that happen? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
it had
And
to have been
then
genetic.
so and then they said the reason why my uterus was hard as a rock was because of endometriosis. It was all over. It was
Oh,
everywhere
my
because
mom
of,
had that
yep. And I always had painful uh
period.
periods and
Yep,
all this other stuff and
that
just,
was my mom. Yeah, my mom used to suffer with that really bad. Yeah.
and before we adopted our son, we had 6 miscarriages.
Aw. And then you found
Yep.
out why. That's a
Yep.
shame. I'm so sorry, Paige.
Well, it is what it is. There's nothing I could do.
Yeah.
The only thing that the doctor said, he goes, I want to use the pictures from your surgery in a medical book. We don't know what
Yeah.
medical book.
Oh
So
So
wow.
you're
we
out there
signed it.
somewhere. You're famous
I'm out
somewhere.
there.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
I freaked out because I felt like I couldn't breathe. Yep. That's
Yep.
exactly what I felt like I couldn't breathe.
That's how I felt when I had my gallbladder out, and they kept telling me stick your tongue out and breathe deep, and I was like, I can't breathe.
Yeah. I would say I felt that way too.
Sorry.
This morning when I woke up after the whole procedure, I had it both times, both C-sections. I had a horrible fever, really high fever both times. So I was
Wow.
not only, you had to go through the pain of all that, I would get really sick too. And
Hmm.
I would have to go on a round of antibiotics both times. It was weird. But then my dad, when he gets procedures done, he wakes up like that with a fever. So I don't know if it's hereditary or what.
Hmm.
Sometimes, well, nah, I mean, pain can increase your temperature, but
Yeah.
most it does your blood pressure probably
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. You guys are going to get to meet my
Majority
dad.
majority of the time, if I'm not, tell me if I'm wrong, but majority of the time that I know of, when they do surgery, they usually do give you penicillin before the surgery or
Mm,
during the surgery.
Well, they did. They gave me, I have mitral valve prolapse. So they
so you
gave,
have to
Okay.
take anytime you get dental work or anything, you have to take a
yeah.
Yep.
amoxicillin before you get your treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's the interesting thing. They were really religious about that. Like I would have appointments made for procedures, and they would cancel them if I didn't finish my round of antibiotics. But
Uh-huh.
now they don't give you anything.
Uh-huh.
What?
Sepsis. I
Yeah.
sepsis twice, so they'll give me something after surgery right away. They said.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like for mitral valve, they stopped doing that. At least the two dentists that I've been to, they don't do it anymore where they give you the antibiotics first.
Hmm.
Which is crazy to
I
me
wonder.
because my heart valve doesn't close.
Right.
So
Mhm.
infection can get in there. So I don't
That
know. I don't
doesn't
know
make,
what they do
to
it.
me, that doesn't make any sense.
I know. I never asked why. I should have. I get so anxious when I go to the dentist or doctors. I don't try to ask any questions. I just went in and out. Just leave me out.
Yeah.
You know?
Getting sepsis again. So that's what I said to the orthopedic doctor. I'm terrified. I've already had it twice. I really don't want to go through it again. And he says it's okay.
Yeah.
Something.
What are you
I,
having done, Leanne, if you don't mind?
I am having arthroscopic surgery on my ankle. It's been sprained and sprained and sprained so many times that there's a
Scar
tendon
tissue? Oh,
and there's a bunch of scar tissue and stuff in there. So they're going to go clean it all out. I fell not too long ago and I'm
oh
still
no.
because that ankle just gives out.
She
So
fell twice. She fell twice. Her whole back was black and blue.
still
Oh
is.
my God.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't been live, because she's
You
been
gotta quit drinking, and Leanne.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
stop
joking.
getting drunk. Stop getting drunk on
Sloppy.
Mondays. Not on Mondays or Tuesdays, just on the weekends.
Yeah.
Only days that end in Y.
That's right.
Yeah.
So have that done. So I'm a little nervous about the sepsis thing, but I think that they'll be on it with the antibiotic.
Yeah, they
Oh,
know
yeah.
ahead of time. And you need to tell them that you wake up under the anesthesia too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't wake up. Your mind wakes up, but your body doesn't.
Yeah, I could
Well,
Yeah.
and like, I wonder if they could give you a local, to
Yeah.
paralyze you from the waist down, so that if you did wake up, like, you wouldn't feel anything,
feel it, right.
like an epidural or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Even if it's not an epidural, at least do it on the ankle.
Yeah, I feel like they have done that. Like, when I've had some surgeries, they'll numb up the
Mhm.
area too. Like, I had plantar fasciitis release done a long time ago. But
Oh, they do? Yeah.
yeah,
Is that when they go in and they cut your Achilles tendon?
it's not your Achilles. It's the one that goes across the bottom of your foot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Plantar. Yeah,
You
and
know
it's
what's
just
really good for that? Plantar fasciitis?
tennis ball.
Well, but walking on sand, they say it
Oh,
really takes yeah.
that'd be great if I lived near a fucking beach. Thanks, Christiane. I'm kidding.
You gotta come
No.
and find me. You could go buy some sand and get a sandbox and just walk around in
That's
it.
what I was just going to say. They get a sandbox and walk around in the sandbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
Tammy
then in the winter,
get shots for it, and she said it worked for her. Did you have
Yeah.
shots for it?
I did.
Yeah.
It took like a year to get, like, after the surgery, to where I could, like, finally not have pain, but I had it for like so long. It was just and I was, always on my feet, so it was excruciating. Like,
Fiddly D said, "We're some strong women. She's having anxiety." I listened to all these stories, and she's over there putting Vicks vapor rub under her nose. So
my sister fell down the stairs not too long ago. She's a little older than me, but this happened to her about 10 years ago. And she was running after the dog. And of course, it's a carpeted steps and you slide especially if you have socks on. And she ended up having to have pins and titanium put into her ankle.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
ugh.
So now every time it's cold out or it rains, she can
Oh
feel
yeah,
it in her ankle.
same.
I fell down the
Yep.
steps once in my life. They were about a flight of about 20 steps, maybe more. So I was in college. I lived in the dorm, but I was a senior, and when you're a senior, you have lots of parties, and I was
Oh yeah.
drunk constantly. So one of my things was, my mom and dad were split up. So one of my things was, when I was drinking, I would love to go visit my mother and torture her. So she lived in a condo, and to get up, it was split level. So, like, the downstairs had a big game room and a bathroom and like a little kitchenette, but then upstairs was the main floor, and it had like 20 to 25 steps to get up there. So I made my friend, I wasn't driving. I made my friend stop. I said, "I want to see my mom." So, and I would bring all my friends in the house. I'd wake her up out of bed. So I remember I was loaded, and she would pretend like she hated it, but I knew she got a kick out of it. So she goes, "Get out of here and go home. Get out of here and get back to school." So I'm running away from her laughing, and she's hitting me with like a rolled up newspaper trying to make me get out of the house. Drunk off my ass. I lost my footing, and I did Sonic the Hedgehog. I rolled into a ball because I was falling down the steps, but I didn't know how else to save myself but to do that. So I get into the Sonic Hedgehog ball, and I rolled all the way down and landed at the bottom. And I still remember it. I look up at my mother, who's at the top of the steps holding the newspaper. "That's what you get." That's what she did. And and I didn't feel a thing because I was loaded. So we
Oh,
leave, and I
Yeah.
woke up the next day, and my ankle was huge. I for sure thought it was broken, but it was just sprained. Thank God. But it's the only time I fell down on the steps.
My husband and I, it was about a week before we got married, and I'm running out the back door, and you know how you like when you're running or something, you don't pay attention if there's a little divot in the dirt or something, and you twist your ankle in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh God, I twisted my ankle a week before my wedding.
Oh my God. So
I
you couldn't
know.
wear your heels?
Yeah, well, I told we went to the emergency room and I told them and I said, please do something. So they gave me a little brace. They said that because that should help. And they said, well, if you really want to get it going, just use crutches for a couple of days so you're just not putting any pressure on it. So here we are getting all the rest of our shit done. Me on crutches.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, that is
Well,
I
awful.
that was
cut all my hair off when a week before my wedding. You guys know me and my hair. And I went, don't ever, like, if you're about to get married, guys, don't go to the salon a week before.
oh
So
God.
I tell them I just wanted a trim up. And we all have that horror story when you ask for a hairstylist to trim you and they take off 10 inches. So I
Yep.
told them to take 2 inches because my hair was down to my butt. I could afford to lose it. 2 to 3 inches, 3 inches at the most. I just wanted it to be healthy and not straggly for the wedding because I was
Mhm.
wearing like a half up, half down hairdo. So,
Mhm.
I walked out of there. My hair was almost to my shoulders. It was maybe 2 inches past my shoulders. I
How
was
much did you take off?
I bet you cried so hard.
at least it had to have been 6, 7 inches. I think the bitch did it on purpose. I
Wow.
don't know. So I was freaking devastated. My hair is my strength. I have to have my hair. Like, what was that one story about the person with the hair? They cut the hair off and then they lost their strength.
Yeah,
Oh,
Was
yeah.
I don't
it wasn't
know.
Rapunzel, it was a guy.
Samson and Delilah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Samson and
yeah, yeah,
Delilah.
yeah. You're right.
That's and I had to go out and buy weave. So my whole head on my wedding day was weave. Here, let me show you a picture of my weave.
Oh my gosh.
Asked if anybody ever had a bladder stone. No, but my friend did, and it's so painful, she said.
Bladder?
Yeah.
Yeah. My
My
dog
dad had his removed. He had cancer,
really.
but he was scared to have it taken out. And so he kept fucking around. And then he finally ended up having it out, but the cancer had spread everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm so
That's
sorry.
sorry.
It's all
No tattoos. I didn't have a regular hairstylist. I would just go to random people all the time like an idiot. But this hair I'm about to show you was all weave.
Oh, geez.
Why is my cam not starting? There we go.
Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful.
Hold
oh,
on. That is weave.
that's
From my
beautiful.
shoulders down was weave.
You look so beautiful, though.
And the only way that I could get it to match, because my hair's really thick and coarse and big, one little set of weave it looked so weird. It looked like I had a mullet and I had some stragglers because my hair on top was so thick.
Oh no.
I had to buy four sets of weave to make it
Oh,
match. It was a
Yeah.
nightmare. Yeah, I was pissed. I didn't pay the lady either. And that's the first time I ever did that. There's been many times I go to the salon and they mess my hair up and I feel bad and I don't say I'm not paying you. But that time I threw a fit. I was literally crying. I'm like, what the hell did you do to me? And I think she did it on purpose. Like, how do you
Wow.
mess that up? How do you take off 7 inches when you tell somebody at the most, take 3?
Yeah.
So, yep. Me and my weave.
well,
Wait,
you
what
could see my
happened?
If you look on Facebook, you can see my wedding picture in my pictures.
Oh, I'll go look. I love wedding pictures. Philly D, oh gosh, I have to get that surgery, and the surgeon told me they saw your bladder and have to do it. Oh no.
Yeah.
You could have just told me they were removing it, not giving. Yeah, I know that would have gave me severe anxiety. Okay. She said you'll feel so much better. Yeah. My friend had, I don't think it was bladder. I think it was kidney stones. Which the
Yeah,
ones where you have to pee out and it feels horrible?
yeah, that's what my husband
Kidney
Kidney
stones.
stones.
Your husband had that, Leanne?
calls multiple times. Yes.
I heard that is the worst pain.
I'd rather give birth without drugs than have fucking
Yep.
kidney stones.
He's had to
Yep.
have
I've had,
blasted and everything else. So yeah.
oh, they hurt so bad.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh
my
my
friend said she would rather have been hit with a sledgehammer in the head than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty tough, like, I've had a lot of pain in my life, and that
Yeah.
is one thing I fucking hate. Kidney stones or ear infections. I don't fucking like ear infections.
Ear infections are horrible, dude. I had a middle ear infection. Like most of the time kids get middle ear infections.
Yep.
But I got one when I was in college.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Heather. It was so bad. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was
Oh yeah, you
pacing.
just lay there and cry. Like
Yeah.
it hurt
Yeah.
so bad.
It is. Guys, if you never had a middle ear, see, then like when you hear about babies getting middle ear infections all the time and they
Oh,
cry a lot, I don't even know
Yeah.
how a baby deals with that kind of pain because I was 18, 19 and couldn't deal with it. It was
I used
crazy.
to have bad earaches like that all the time when I was little until they put my tubes in my ears.
Oh, you had tubes in your ears?
Yep.
So did my husband. He pulled his out.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord.
And do you know what his mother told me? That he pulled the tubes out and then he had to get braces and he pulled his braces off too.
No.
God.
Not even kidding. I said, what a hoodlum. I said, I would have beat his ass.
Yeah.
I'll bet he must have a high tolerance for pain because there's an awful lot of people that will not even touch their teeth like that.
He does not have a high tolerance. He has no tolerance for pain. If he gets a cold, he lays in bed like he's dying for days and I have to wait on him. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't know how he did it. I don't know what he used to get the brackets off and he pulled his ear tooth. He's just stubborn. If he doesn't want something, he's
Yeah.
not having something. You know what I mean? And I told her, I said, I would have beat his ass. I don't believe in beating children, but that would have been a beating ass. Your ass would have been beat. If you would have had a raw bottom, it would have been curtains for you.
Mm.
After
The
all
worst
the
pain,
thousands of dollars for braces and you pull them off,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
the worst pain I've only been in is like migraines. I can remember going to the emergency room and taking the doctor's hand and putting it up to my head, and they said, "Please just shoot me right there because that would feel so much better than my migraine does."
Mhm.
Yeah, I know a
I've,
couple of people that suffer with that. It's awful.
Mhm.
I've had them since I was 17 years old, and I'm 60.
Oh my
So
gosh, girl. I couldn't
yeah,
imagine.
Mm.
I've had occasional migraines here and there in my life, and they are so freaking debilitating.
Oh yeah, they're awful.
they are.
The one I had, I remember I was in my 20s. It was really bad. All I could do was I sat in my shower stall, fully clothed, and just the water just hit my head, just hitting my brain. It hurt so I didn't know what to do with myself. It was that bad. And then somebody gave me an Imitrex. It was like their mom's prescription Imitrex, and
Yeah.
it took it away.
They did have me on Imitrex, but then they put me on Imitrex auto injectable. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
similar to like a bee sting kind of
Yeah,
shot,
yeah.
and that gave me a stroke in
Oh.
Oh my
2016.
God.
Yep, yep.
Crazy.
Wow.
I think it was about 8 minutes after I took it, and all of a sudden my whole ceiling is melting, and I didn't know why.
Wow.
And I started to try talking to my friend and my husband, and they're like, "Smile," and I'm like, "What?" And I guess I wasn't even saying the right words, but and I couldn't smile. My whole left side was drooping.
Oh, that is so
Wow.
scary.
Yep.
Fiddly
But
D
what
said,
did it? Huh?
Fiddly D said kidney stones led her to the damn bladder stone. And she said, if you think kidney stones are bad bladder stones, say here, hold my beer.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
I couldn't imagine, girl. See, you're talking about strong women going through shit. You're going through that. I couldn't get through that.
Oh, me neither.
I'd be showing up at the ER telling them to knock me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just knock me out and then wake me up in 2 weeks when this is gone.
If anybody ever tells you guys that are listening on this or listen to this later, don't take Imitrex auto injectable because there
Yeah.
is risk of stroke. I'm proof of it.
Oh my gosh, Paige, that's awful.
Yeah.
Well,
I take the
I
pills
think
and then I have a different injector that I do once a month.
Mhm.
Amavig. Which,
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that's
have them
different.
too, Heather? You
oh
have
yeah.
migraine? Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm a mess. I'm a hot
You
Me
mess.
are.
Me too.
Well, let me tell you. Ever since they put me on, let me get it out of the drawer. It's called Tulipta, and you take it once a day. It's just one pill. You take it once a day. This works. It
Good.
works much better. And
True
then
lip.
if you do Qlipta,
Oh, Q lip
QUL,
up.
yep,
IPTA.
Qlipta. And then when I do get a headache, um, where's the bag at? It is called Ubrelvy. That
Okay.
you take in
Ties
case you
over.
have a headache.
Hmm.
Both of those things together, one in case you get a headache at the onset of a headache, and
And then
then
break
the other one is a daily. And
it.
I'm telling you, those two, but the only problem is because they're still name brand. Look at your legs. Oh my God, my dear.
No, it's not awful.
Oh Jesus, Christiane.
Yeah.
I just
So,
noticed it.
We're gonna ban you
oh.
from going out in the sun.
They just banned me from life.
Or just fucking buy some sunscreen. There's that.
Did the story, Heather? Nobody's legs burn or tan that easily. Mine never did.
Maybe something changed in the chemistry of your body that now your body's absorbing the sun more than what it used to.
I don't know, girl. I just know now I gotta suffer with this.
Well, like I used to be. I have like some Indian in me, but I was always like really olive complected and dark. But as I've gotten older, like, oh, and
I
the
know.
chemo that I take like every 6 months for my MS, like that increases your sensitivity to the sun. So
Yeah.
Yep.
like I burn so fast now, and it sucks because I
Yep.
love being out in the sun. I just have to hit the sunscreen like really hard. Like I don't mind getting it on my arms, but I hate getting burnt on my back.
Oh,
Like
my
that's
arms are peeling like you wouldn't believe from that first day. Like I don't know if you saw when I was showing my scrunchies. Yeah, you know what I am? I'm taking this new vitamin thing, and I started this diet pill, so it might be that
Mm-hmm.
oh Jesus. Which diet
Just
pill?
hydroxy. Here, I'll show you. Hold on.
Hydroxycut?
I think so. Yeah, this. Yeah, hydroxycut.
Okay,
okay.
Maybe that's what it is.
uh-huh.
I don't know. Usually it'll say that though, won't it? Won't it tell you if it'll make you sun sensitive?
It just depends on somebody's chemistry, your metabolic. It just depends on that. Because every person taking, all of us could all be taking the exact same medicine, and each one of us could have a totally different
Yeah,
react,
reaction.
react, reaction to it.
That's true. So the only thing that's really in here is vitamin D, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin. Well,
Caffeine.
you know what? Niacin opens up your blood
Niacin.
vessels.
Yep.
Makes you red anyway.
Don't don't take that shit.
Why?
Please, because it's
Is
not
this
good for
bad?
you.
This is
Yeah.
bad?
Any of
Why?
that shit is bad.
Any diet drug is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take it, Christiane. If you want to lose weight, I'll tell you how to do it. A healthy, easy way.
Mm-hmm.
So hard because of my work schedule to eat
No.
right.
Mm-mm. That's bullshit.
I know tattoos. I'm a freaking idiot. But I'm usually tan. It's just this year I haven't been able to get out and build my base up
Yeah,
and
so you like want to do it all at once.
yeah, and I just don't think about it, you know? And I was careful about my upper body today because I just went through that hell.
You know that
But
medicine got banned in 2009, right? Like they,
what?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
How am I able to buy it?
Well, because they reformulated it and supposedly it's better
Oh,
now, but it's, causes liver issues. I mean, it's got caffeine, which isn't good for your heart. I mean, I'm not saying you can't drink
Yeah.
coffee, but I'm saying if you drink coffee and then you fucking have
uh,
shit like this, you just
yeah.
have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
plan. You just have to plan. Like,
Yeah.
figure out what you're going to eat for the next day, have it ready to go so that you can just take it to work with you. Make sure you eat in the morning, eat a bunch of smaller meals, and you'll be fine. Like, I still eat pizza. I just fucking smashed some ice cream. Like, and
Yeah.
I've been doing really good. Like, this whole summer, it's been crazy. I've lost like 20 pounds.
That's
If
awesome.
you,
Wow.
it is
Mhm.
awesome. If you eat a whole bunch of little small meals throughout the day, and we're talking like a little bag of vegetables, that's a small meal because it'll do what it's supposed to do. If you eat those small meals throughout the day, it will rise your metabolism, and your metabolism will start working really hard because
And your
of
protein,
getting,
you need to have protein.
yes.
Yeah. My husband does that protein diet. Yeah, tattoos. I lost like 8 pounds.
Oh. How long have you been on it?
About 2 weeks.
Mm.
I guess I'll stop taking it. Because it
I
says right
mean,
on here, don't combine it with, if you drink coffee, it's not good to
yeah,
combine it with that because one capsule is like 3 cups of coffee, it says on here.
right.
Yikes.
Yeah. That's why
No
it's
wonder I'm
fucking
a night owl.
jacking. Yeah. And no wonder you can't fucking sleep. That's
Yeah,
something else I was going to say too. Cause when earlier before I was up, you were talking about sleeping with TV on. And I
yeah.
can't believe that I'm fucking saying this because I used to be just like you. But you do not get a restful sleep when you have the TV on. You don't. It's just science.
I
It puts
know.
it puts out a blue light and it makes it so that you don't enter that deep restful REM state of
Yep.
sleep that you
I
need.
know. I know that. But here's the thing. If I don't, I can't sleep at all. So what's
You
Have
the
have
you,
to
difference?
you have to
have
retrain
you,
your body and then you won't feel like
mhm.
you need to take naps in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried, like you could leave your phone on the side of the table, and you can put like rain, the sound of rain, or
Yeah,
white noise, green
That
noise. They
makes
have
me
all
have
these
to
different.
pee. I did that, Rain. I had to pee 18 times.
like
Well, listen
Do you know I
to
fell asleep on the toilet a couple times?
what?
Yeah.
Oh my
well,
god.
if
My
you're just listening to like YouTube videos, that should be okay as long as your screen's not on or you can't see
yeah,
the.
I have my
Yeah,
phone
'cause
on the table and I just have my earphones in. So I'm not like watching it. I just
yeah,
That's good.
hear it.
I I sometimes listening to that green noise, which sounds a little weird, white noise, any
Yeah.
kind of thing like that, because I like to have all kinds of different things,
All right,
that
Billy
help.
G, I'm on it. Yep, that's how I am. But tattoos, I said that earlier. if it's completely silent, guys, I literally, every little sound is someone breaking in or a ghost. Every sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll be afraid
Well,
to open my eyes because there's a ghost. And I'm
Bye,
telling you.
one.
Oh no, what happened, 71? Are you kidding me?
what happened?
She has to go because she has to go private at her Facebook. If people are messing with my 71, they're going to have to mess with me. And Leanne. Me and Leanne will double tag team them.
Hell yeah, I'm a bit crabby these days because I'm tired of pain. So yeah, they better not piss me off.
You can. I'll take the bottom half of them. You take the top half, and we'll double tag them if they mess with it.
Sounds good to me.
Just email me who it is. I got you, 71.
I have to have my closet door closed because of closet monsters.
Yeah.
Isn't that stupid? I'm 47.
Was that because of Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Yep. I think Poltergeist did that to all of us.
Clowns and
same
closet
damn way.
monsters. Fuck all that.
Yeah, the clowns. Yeah.
You know what else I do? I'd run and jump on my bed at night.
I used to run up the stairs when I was downstairs. I'd run even as an adult up the freaking stairs because I felt like something was going to grab me.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
My surgery is September 1st in the morning.
Oh.
Okay, 71. Make sure you do.
I don't think I'm afraid in the house that much anymore because I don't know. When this is just going off topic, but there's a couple times when people have passed away in our life that I saw them right after they died.
Yeah.
Literally saw them.
Yeah. What were they doing?
She walked by me, my mother-in-law, who I loved dearly. And my husband called me to let me know that she passed. And I said, I know. She just walked by me.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And
I know that was her favorite way to walk in the house, was to walk in and say, I'm coming for coffee.
Oh.
My mom was with me for a good 2 weeks after she passed. I was terrified. I couldn't do nothing because I was so scared.
Yeah. You shouldn't be scared. You know why? My mother and I didn't get along, but the one thing my mother told me is that you should never be afraid of the dead. You should be afraid of the living.
Yep.
My grandma said that all the time. That was one of her famous sayings.
Yep.
I'm afraid of seeing my grandpa's ghost. What, Leanne?
That's what my Nana used to say that too, is she used to tell me, you're the dead. I'm not scared of the dead. I'm more afraid of the living than I am the dead.
Ghosts never kill people, generally speaking.
No.
I mean,
I just didn't want to see. My fear was I knew she was there. You could not tell. If there was ever a doubt in my brain before that there's not a higher being in spirit, they all went away after my mom passed. She was there. I felt her so strong. I can't even explain it. It's unexplainable. And it terrified me because I didn't want to see a ghost. You know what I mean? Even though it was my mother, I didn't want to see it. So my God, I was a nut. My husband would leave for work and the kids would be in school. It would be 40 degrees out, 30 degrees out. I would sit outside the entire day, raking leaves, doing shit outside, going somewhere because I would not be in the house because I knew she was there. I knew it. I knew she was with me. And she was moving things. Like my whole game room. We had to clean her house out a week and a half after she passed. And all of her belongings were in my game room, all around me. And one day I would sit close to the door with the door open so I could run out. Because that's how scared I was. And I was sitting close to the door with the door open, and we had a bar in my game room. And her stuff was on the bar. It was all around me. But there was a wreath, a jingle bell wreath, on top of a box sitting on the bar. And I felt her so strongly. I said, Mom, I know you're here. And I was all alone. I was shaking. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Because she passed. I'm so sorry you passed. That freaking wreath, I am not kidding, guys. That freaking wreath lifted up and fell on the ground. It lifted up and fell on the ground. There was nothing moved it, no shake. It wasn't unstable. The box was as big as the wreath it was sitting on. Nothing could have. I even put the wreath back up on the box and jumped as hard as I could 100 times to see if it would even move. After I said that, she moved that damn wreath. I wouldn't go back in the house. I would stay outside all day, and then I wouldn't let the kids go to school. I could not be alone. I called the school and told them I was having a hard time with our passing. If they could please do their schoolwork at home, and they let me. And I kept them home for a month and let them do like homeschooling because I couldn't be. I was a nut job. I lost like 40 pounds. I couldn't eat. I couldn't be alone, like in bed. It'd be my husband, Bella and Quincy on the floor, and nobody could be out of my sight. And she had this bracelet that she wore all the time, had little jingle bells on it. It was like I'll show it to you guys. I have it. And when she wore the necklace and the bracelet every day, and it was on her when she passed. That damn thing, I would hear it in the middle of the night, that jingle bracelet. She was there. And then finally one day, my uncle was a crazy preacher. He was one of those crazy preachers, like, don't drink coffee. If you go to a bar, you're sinning kind of preacher. And I was so desperate. I called him and said, what do? I can't go on like this. I'm in and out of the hospital with panic attacks and 40 pounds lighter. They put me on Ativan. And he's like, something's telling me that you need to sleep with the Bible next to you tonight in your crucifix. So I did. And I had this elaborate dream where this man in a cloak, I couldn't see him. I could just see the cloak. It was a brown cloak. And I was sitting at a table, and all around me were my mom's sisters. She had 5 sisters. They were all sitting at the table. And this man in the cloak went around the table, and he stopped at me, and he laid a picture. He didn't say anything. He laid a picture down in front of me, and it was a picture of this illustrious owl. It was so colorful and beautiful. It was an owl. And he didn't say it, but I could hear him. I don't know if it was telepathy. It wasn't a voice. And it said, everything now will be better. And I woke up the next day, and all of that fear, all of that went away. I felt brand new. I couldn't feel my mom anymore. I knew she was gone. She was nowhere near me. And I could eat. I could be home in the house. I don't know who that was, if that was Jesus or who, but whatever it was, cured my ass. Yep. It was so real. And explain how I woke up brand new after being a nut job for a month.
Because your mom knew that you were having problems, and so she put that together to help you?
Yeah, something happened. Nobody can tell me anything different.
She put familiar faces in front of you so you would feel comfortable knowing that it was because she knew you knew your sisters.
And I looked up the owl. The owl meant a symbol of change, like something old was going to stop and a new beginning was about to have. That's what the owl depicted. And it was crazy. And all the doubts that I ever had about the spirit world, and I grew up a Catholic, like Italian, Roman Catholic family. I went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic college. My whole family was Italian and Catholic. And I still had, doubts. Like, is there really a God? Is there this, that? And all of that went away. You cannot tell me there's not something out there. There's spirits. There's definitely spirits.
Oh, yeah.
Because my mother was there. It was insane. People used to stop me and tell me I look like an angel. Not once, more than once. Within that 2-week time frame when she was with me, I was laying in bed one day, and my husband looked at me and he said, "You look like an angel." And it was like 2 days after my mom passed. I was in the grocery store and someone stopped me and told me that I was glowing. My friend told me I looked like an angel. Like she was on me, like on me. Next, like, yeah, it was crazy, insanely crazy.
Even though it was hard to go through that, I would take that as a gift. You
Yeah,
know,
I thought it was Jesus. I couldn't see the person. I didn't know.
I know, but maybe you're not supposed to see that quite yet. Nobody is
Yeah,
until you pass yourself. I mean, that's the way I would kind of explain that. But you know, because everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe. It's okay. You can believe what you want,
yeah,
but and how deeply you believe that, I think depends on what your own experiences are.
yeah. That's
Mhm.
true.
So, you know, I mean, when my husband's father and sister both had cancer in 1995, and oddly enough, they both had breast cancer. Now,
Wow.
his father, although they said it was breast cancer, we think that it was started somewhere else and it moved to his breast.
Yeah.
But he ended up passing away, and my sister-in-law, she had stage 4 breast cancer, and she was going through all kinds of chemo and everything. And one night after his funeral and stuff like that, we were sleeping, and he came to me in my dream. And all he said, all I remember is because he had a flannel shirt on that was very familiar, and he was dressed very familiar. And he just looked at me and he said, Karen is going to be okay. Just let everybody know Karen's going to be okay. She is still here today.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I know.
Guys,
Fun.
thank gosh. I'm so sorry this is happening to you guys.
I know.
Have
Yeah, I can't
to
see the
done with it.
chat.
It's sad we all have to be in lockdown because of trauma when we're just freaking subscribers. I know, but you know why this happens? Because subscribers, there's some, not all of us, and I say this all the time. Leanne and I are more subscribers than we are creators.
Yep.
We get overly involved. Like creators, if you want to avoid this kind of shit, shouldn't be, and subscribers shouldn't be in group chats or involved in all the behind the scenes stuff. And that's when that's when these creators start attacking and feel like it's okay to do that to subscribers because they feel like they're fair game because they're involved in the behind the scenes too, just like the creators are. And I don't know why, as a subscriber, I don't know how to stop it, I guess. I guess it would be to watch your favorite person and shut it off just like a TV show when you're done. You know what I mean? You don't need to be all up
Exactly.
on. There's so many, like that Tara Boom right now, all up in everything. She's a subscriber. So when that happens, then all subscribers in the community are fair game, and that's what's going on. You can't vocalize any opinion, or you get called out on a channel. Like it's insane. I mean, and she's not the only one. There's been many subscribers that have been overly involved in creators' drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think
Mhm.
Yep.
that's the bridge there is the why it happens to subscribers. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, why does this keep happening to subscribers? Like creators just fight it out with each other. Why does it all these other people have to get involved? Like Tattoos gets pulled into everything. Now, Tattoos does have a voice in her own channel, but that was recently that she started voicing things in her community posts and stuff.
Hmm.
But I don't think it's going to stop until we treat creators as our entertainment instead of our best friends and people. They work like people worship Natasha and people worship this one and that one, and like that shit needs to stop.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it, I go to channels that make me happy. If it makes me happy and I enjoy it,
Yeah,
then I'll come back. But
but yeah, exactly.
but I don't, I'm not going to go back to a place that the only person I can say, and I don't like talking about anybody, but when I went to Dots, and this is a long time ago, but when I went to Dots, Dorothy, every time that I would go on there, she would just be complaining about this person, and then, okay, let's talk about this person. Okay, let's talk about this next person. It would, I just couldn't. I was like, but why?
Yeah,
Why are we talking about people in that way? That just doesn't, that's not
right,
making me happy. It's making me feel uncomfortable.
right.
So
And it's
I
because
just,
the lines, there's no ceiling anymore. Like, people like drama. There wouldn't be drama channels, right? Or there wouldn't be reality TV shows. I mean, just face it. We're, so I'm using a Pittsburgh word here. We're nebshits. We like to know about other people, even if it's our business or not. But then lines get crossed where we are attacking people's looks, doxing them,
yeah,
just going like real life and going just so dirty, ruining jobs. I was talking to a lady over at Mommy Ramblings last night. Her name is Sharon.
hmm
She has a daughter-in-law, and her son. Her daughter-in-law works at Google. There was a creator in their community that tried to get this daughter-in-law fired from their job, and she has
oh my
no social
God.
media presence at all, none. And they were attacking her, looking into her real life, posting her address in group chats, and it's just there's no ceiling
That,
anymore.
that's kind of sick and disturbing.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, selective outrage, and that's the key. Like even in big corporations that do social media, one of the things that they do is there's so much competition out there because of social media being the thing now. People use social media more
Yeah,
than they watch TV. So there's so much competition out there. They have to use things that get people's attention. And the best way to get people's attention is to make them outraged. And so then that's when you see people be controversial, say controversial things like shock jocks and this or that. They purposely will put out information that will cause this outrage because it gets the clicks and the views. And then that trickles down into channels and creators knowing that that algorithm is going to react because it's trained to people that are pissed off or outraged, and that it all starts there. When I did that first part of our social media series, I touched on that, but this is the way that in social media the algorithm is trained. You have to be controversial to get people to pay attention, and outrage is the easiest way to do that, is to make people angry.
Did you see So Done With It said, oh yeah, NC also got me. She called me out about 4 nights ago for a comment I left in another chat, and it wasn't trashing her, but she didn't like it.
Yeah, see, that it's crazy. But yeah, selective outrage does make people angry. I mean, it gets people going back and forth, just like politics. If everybody thinks their side is the right side, or their opinion is the only opinion, and everybody else is wrong. And but there's a lot of hypocrisy because, like, we see it here in our community. We'll go after a creator for doing this, that, or the other thing, but then we'll hate bond and sit with a group of people and creators that are doing the same thing, if not worse, just because they have so much outrage for a certain creator. That's where
yeah,
all the hypocrisy comes into play.
Yeah, it kills me, like, especially now. There's always been, I feel like, scams going on in this community for a while now. Like, people grift, people
Yes.
constantly have fundraisers, but it's like I see people literally condemning other people for having fundraisers
And they have them.
when
Right.
they had a
yeah,
fundraiser
Yep.
for like a lot of
Yep.
money.
Yep.
It's not just like, oh, my dog's sick or whatever. It's like, no, I need you to buy me a house and pay my bills for the next 6 months. Like, That shit
Yeah.
with Hemi. Did you fucking Chris? Have you heard any of that shit, Christiane?
I heard we were live the one night when somebody came over and said, I can't remember who it was that told us, but he paid somebody's rent up, and it upset me so badly because
Yeah.
So they're moving expenses or some shit.
No. He did do it.
Yeah, I heard he did. Yeah, and I kind of lost it over here because that's just full on taking advantage of the man. You know, it just really is.
I'm talking about his car accident. He was just in a really bad accident.
No,
Like a week and a half, 2 ago. Like real bad. He could have lost his life. It was super bad. Okay.
oh, I didn't know that.
We
Oh,
need
he didn't pay it. So Done With It said he ended up not paying it. Okay, thank you.
Right.
So,
So he had to have surgery. He's got pins in his ankle. He broke
oh
his
my
leg.
goodness.
Like it was serious. And these fucking, I'm not gonna say who, but I kind of want to. Do you want me to say who? Because I will.
Oh, well, Leanne, do you care? I don't care. Do you care?
No, it's fine. I won't. But at any rate, he did promise some girl that he was going to give her money to help her move. Well,
That's
as soon as
the that I'm talking about then. That's the person I'm talking about then. Okay, go ahead.
So then after the accident, they kept messaging him like, can I get that money? Didn't ask how he was.
Stop it.
Nope. And now they're pissed that he's not giving the money. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? It is nobody's responsibility to fucking. I understand people get hard up and people have things that come up in life. Like, I fucking get it, you know?
Yeah.
But this expectation that I feel like creators have is really not, it's gross.
Yeah.
And
it is. I mean, and that's not saying that creators shouldn't be supported. You know what I mean? That's why there's a super chat button. That's why there's stickers and memberships and all that. I mean, YouTube created that system so that people can support their favorite creator in a certain way. But when you start, I don't even think like in YouTube world it's legal to be having these types of fundraisers. I'm pretty sure on that, but I might be wrong. But I think if it is, they get away with it because it's a small scale. We're such a small community with creators.
I thought that if you had a PayPal, like they don't like that kind of shit because they don't, obviously YouTube
they don't get their cut. Right.
A huge percentage, you know. I mean, their cut is almost criminal, I think. But you know, like, so yeah, they don't want you to fucking use PayPal or Cash App or whatever because then they don't get to dip their hand in the pool. But I just think it's very. I mean, now personally, if I was giving somebody money and if I'm giving you $100, I want you to get the $100. I don't want you to just get 70 of it, you know?
Right.
Like,
no, right. But here's the thing. YouTube is and I'm playing devil's advocate here because I'm definitely not all this, you know, corporate. I'm not on the corporate side on things in life, but they provide a free service and it's a free service that's enabling a lot of people to make decent money. So they have I believe they have a right to take a cut. Is their cut too big? Yes, I believe it's too big. But I'm afraid that if people protested with that, if creators got together and protested with that, then they would say, okay, we won't take a big cut, but we're going to charge you now for using our free service. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. And I guess that's probably what their logic is too when they take that 40%, is that they're providing this platform that gives these people the opportunity to make this kind of money. Oh, Tattoo said, okay. Tattoo said she don't believe the story. So Dama said the story's been twisted. And he was actually on their panel after the accident telling about it.
Yeah, I don't agree. I agree with you, Tattoos. Like $2,000 is a big ask for
Yes.
a stranger,
Yes.
you know,
Mhm.
basically.
Well, too, there, and I'm not saying this is the first. Let me read Audrey's comment. They favor and she said what I said. YouTube is a free platform. It's a fee platform. The favor content that helps people notice the large channels. They are not this. That's very true. Absolutely, 100%. And that goes both ways. That's why a lot of the bullshit that happens here is because it's so small, they're not paying attention. You know what I mean? They're paying attention to the people with the million subscribers. And if people with a million subscribers got out here and started doxing people and calling people fat asses and ugly ET, your kids look like ET, and so do you with your horse teeth, and all of the horrible shit that we hear, that would never freaking fly. That would never fly. But it flies in our community because we're so little. We're not. It's not getting attention from YouTube. They do favor the bigger ones.
Well, they make more money from the bigger ones, you know. Like,
yeah,
right.
You know.
But here's the thing I'm going to say about, and I'm not saying Hemi is one of these people. Just using this as an example. There's a lot of people that come to YouTube that have some issues, right? All walks of life come to YouTube, and it increased more with COVID because people were looking for something to do. So we have a lot of people that have mental health issues. We have a lot of people that are depressed. We have a lot of people that are lonely. We have a lot of people that are just seeking something. And some people will try to get whatever they need from a creator or a community. And the way to do that, and with people that have money, I've noticed quite a few people have done this, is they'll throw money at people to gain that, whatever they're lacking, whatever they're missing, whatever they're after. And I'm not saying that was Hemi's. You could just be a great person and want to help somebody. I'm not saying that was the case with Hemi. I'm just saying in general. And I think that creators have a certain ethical line that they shouldn't cross, where how much is too much, where you're taking advantage of somebody, not knowing a situation they're in. Like that gentleman, Jack, for example, she is well known in the community for always throwing money at Natasha in one way or another. And her whole story has been put out on, we all know the stranger's story because it's been ripped apart and torn apart and dissected in our community. And we know that she was a grieving widow and everything else. So, given all of that, as a creator, I don't think it's ethical to go in then and take thousands and thousands. And what did she give somebody? $10,000 and then did another 15? Like, to me, that's taking advantage of somebody.
It is. And to be okay with that, like, I couldn't even take that much money from like someone that I was super close with,
Yeah.
Right.
And it's bananas to me that like anybody would feel comfortable taking. I mean, I guess people are just opportunists,
Yes.
And they find people, and I've seen other creators do it where like they'll, be like, oh, hey, Tattoos, hey, AJ. And then they see Paige walk in. They're like, hi, Paige. How are you, babe? Because Paige is the one that's always sending them
your cash apping. Right.
Like, it is so fucking apparent what they're doing. Like, it's gross. It's so gross.
Yeah. And Tattoos and Audrey, I say that all the time. She led the pathway. She's the pioneer of it all. Like, she could teach a YouTube course on how to get people to give you money. And it's a parasocial relationship, number one. She's very good at creating those. Number two, because people aren't going to do that if you're not in that parasocial relationship with the creator. Number two, so we have two sides of this community. It was always her side and our side, right? You were on that side or this side. I mean, now it's the lines are a little bit blurred, but it used to be that way. So our side was supposedly created out of outrage for what Natasha was doing, right?
Mhm.
That's why we all came to this side and we all spoke up because it was wrong, and this what she was doing was wrong, and that's wrong what she's doing, and blah blah blah. But everybody now on this side who was so outraged at her followed her lead and started posting the Cash App and started posting the PayPal. When I remember, that was one of the biggest contentions that they had against Natasha, was that scroll. When it was her banner, it was always scrolling, PayPal me at, Cash App me at. And I remember people drilling her for that. Now it's hard to find a channel that doesn't have that scrolling.
Oh, I agree.
And I'm not saying that creators don't deserve to make some money. I don't want to get creators mad at me. No, I'm not saying that at all. It's just she did lead the path, and that's, the selective outrage that we see. We were outraged at once at it, but now when you think, okay, I can actually benefit from this, I can grow from this, I can make money from this, then it's not so bad. And that's when you see these repairs of relationships with Natasha, where people go running to her.
Well, what pisses me off are the people that on and on and on and again, they can't work, or they can't work for this reason or that reason or whatever. Look, like, I'm disabled. I get it. I understand people can't work. Like, I know it happens. I don't feel, what do they call it? Ableism. Like, I get it. But it's like so many people, like, there are multitudes of jobs you can do from home. You can do part-time. I mean, there's just, but people, it's just so much easier to just ask for the money.
Right.
And it's one thing to get it, like, say your husband lost their job and you're between jobs or what, like, that shit happens. Like, that's real life. But then it's not your subscribers' responsibility to keep your electric on every month. And there are people like that, because I've helped them in the past.
Right.
And
Me too.
every month they need something. And it's like, it's not people's responsibility to fund your life or your lifestyle. I can't. It just drives me nuts. And like you, Christine, I agree. They should be able to make money. Like, especially if they're doing like content, like, for real.
Right.
But if you're just sitting on your ass and you're like talking shit about somebody, or what, that's not content to me. Like, that's not creative content. That's just like, what we're doing right now. We're bullshitting. That's what it's,
Yes. And I've noticed too, because I've paid attention to this, because like Leanne and I sometimes we're human, we'll get a little bit upset that, people would rather go watch drama instead of some presentation that we put together for a week's worth of research.
Exactly.
I mean, and some people might not like the content and think it's boring. That's fine. But what I'm talking about is people don't even give it a chance to find out if it's boring. They won't even come in if somebody else is live and they're doing drama. You know what I mean? So it does get us a little frustrated, but I tried to analyze it. And what I noticed is people really like creators that are freaking confident and have the balls and the guts to say something that's socially unacceptable that somebody might be thinking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the creators that'll get up there and just blast people. Well, some people in the chat want to be that way. They want to be more confident and outspoken and say what they're thinking. They just don't. So they look up to these people that do, like, not bringing politics into it. And I'm a devout Democrat, and that's why I never bring up politics in here, because I don't want to, you can never win. But like with Trump became very, very popular because now we had a politician for the first time that got up there and said what everybody was freaking thinking, or not everybody, but what some people were thinking, and people only said behind closed doors. We had somebody saying it publicly. So people love that. Like when he came out there, oh, let's grab life by the pussy and this and that a woman's place is cooking for, all that shit that people with these that are either racist or masochistic or whatever won't say because it's not acceptable. They'll say it behind closed doors. Someone's saying it publicly. That's where that popularity came. And that's what happens here. Like Natasha has the balls to get up there and say whatever the hell she's thinking. And people like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It does. But no matter what, anybody has the right to be able to say what they actually feel.
Right.
And the thing that I find that's so surprising to me, because I've been voting for a lot more years than everybody has, debate is gone. And instead of standing there and saying exactly what you feel and what you're going to do, they sit there and ridicule each other. That doesn't get you anywhere.
Right, but also you have a right to say what you feel, but as a creator with a platform, just like if you had a newspaper column or something of that sort, you have an ethical responsibility.
You do.
You have to be morally responsible when you have a platform and you are influencing people and they are listening or reading to you. There's lines that you should not cross. I don't care. I
agree.
And it does teeter that fine line of freedom of speech. It really does. But I don't feel people have a right with a platform to come out here and hurt people. And I just don't.
Fully.
Right.
I was mainly talking about politics.
Yeah, no, I know. I wasn't referring to what you were saying. Yeah.
Right.
Politics, yes. People they're tired of the bullshit. But with politics, it's never going to end. Politics is always going to be politics. And
I know.
even if we do have a politician that does seem to say what he's thinking with no filter, that doesn't mean, this guy's honest. There's nothing behind closed doors that's going on at all because he's telling us everything. I worked in politics. I worked on Capitol Hill. I worked for congressmen and senators. I'm telling you, those deals, those behind the scenes bullshit and shenanigans are never going to stop. Never.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go. It blows my mind. And I'll also say I'm a Democrat. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. And you know what? And there's something I can see on Republican side, that I might not completely agree with, but I can kind of get understand where they're coming from. But I just can't believe the people who talk about, because Republicans, generally speaking, are all about law and order, right? And it blows my fucking mind that they're even talking about him running in 2024, or he is running, or whatever, with 37 indictments under his belt. That blows my mind. I just can't, I don't understand it. And
because they don't feel he did anything. You know what I mean? So that's when you have to leave it to the courts and see what happens. But I think this could be a circular argument that just goes around and around and around. But yeah, I know. But they also say that, and I believe this strongly, Democrat or Republican, if you're voting straight party line, you go into the voter box, you just hit yes and vote everything that's just straight party line, then you're not being responsible, because there's no way that you agree with everything there and disagree with everything on the other so-called side.
Right.
Responsible voting, I've voted for Republicans before. You know what I mean? And because there were key things that I liked that they said they were going to do. So I just think it's irresponsible to just go in and just hit the party line all the time. I don't, but
I am not. I am not. Go ahead. Hang on. But I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am not an independent. I vote for a person or any issue by judgment of character of how it's going to help everyone and how it's going to help America. That's exactly how I vote. And I study every single issue and every single person.
Yep. I mean, that's a good way to be too. Tattoo said it's weird they keep throwing money at her when she tells them up front she has no friends on here. I know. Because people don't want to believe she's talking about them. And I could say that from experience, so can Leanne. Like when she would get up there and say, I don't have any friends on here and I trust nobody. I've learned a long time. She would say that right while we were sitting next to her.
It made us feel
We
like
never thought she meant us.
mm-hmm.
And that's being involved in a parasocial relationship. It's crazy. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, she keeps such a tight circle, and they all live in that damn bubble, and won't even hear. Like, there were people, and me being one of them, I never even looked at her charges with that lady's income tax until after we left. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even entertain any of it. I thought it was just all bullshit. I didn't even really know how deep that went until after we left and I read everything. Couldn't believe it. I mean, I believe it, but I couldn't believe it that I just didn't educate myself on that when everybody was tossing that around.
Hi, Somi.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Somi. He speaks out and says what people are thinking. And that's what like on here. That's, people are drawn to strong, confident, ballsy creators. Not meek, people that kind of ride the fence kind of creators. I've noticed that a lot of those creators will get way more traction than the ones that don't take a hard line or a hard stand for something. I don't know. It's all cray-cray. And I'm on a ginger ale cry. Damn it. Well, guys, I think I got to get to bed. It's midnight here in LA. I got to get up for work in 5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, I'm going past my 5-hour
bedtime
time. Yeah, I need at least 5 hours. But
well, it's good to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
probably just made soup.
It was great talking to you guys.
Yeah, it was so much fun talking. It was fun.
Come up again. Both of you.
Thank you. I will. Okay.
Paige and Heather always come up.
I know. I love it.
Well,
I don't
not
mind
always.
coming up. I don't mind coming up because I used to come up sometimes when I went on other channels and stuff.
Yeah.
And I miss that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was fun just bullshitting.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we're wrong about everything.
And we're not. No way.
But we're right. We're always right.
That's right.
Everybody else is wrong.
I hope you feel better.
Oh, thanks. You guys.
Get better.
I will.
All right.
All right, girls,
Don't
have
get
a
over
good
your
night.
coughs. We'll see you this week.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye, everybody.